All right. Welcome to Chaos Chamber. Another week, another set of chaos. We're just going to go with that because I don't know what's going to happen. I think I know. You guys have plans. I did not specifically prepare a few things because I don't know what's going to do. So we're gonna find out. I'm hoping you guys change your mind, turn around, and head back to Papa Caldrum's house, just to hang out, crash on his couch, watch movies late, swap adventuring stories till the sun rises.
He is out with us right now. Came out to have a few.
Yeah, he came out for a pint. So you got him out. I think you're gonna get Papa Caldrum drunk, and we'll see where it goes from there. He's a nasty drunk. I'm just gonna give you a heads up. He picks fights.
He used to be.
With that said, let's hit quick recap and we'll get to the game. So, last session we began with a quick defeat of the Umber Hulks as you wiped out the last of them before doing a little more exploration in the back tunnels, finding a hidden room of gemstones. Not the magic items that you'd hope they would be, but lining your pockets a little bit, making this group a little bit wealthier. Not that you'll ever spend it, but a little something to haul around and drag you down. You picked up some art, some gemstones, some coins. Generally, put a little in your war chest. At which point you guys decided to head back to Silvery Moon, and at that point the group separated a little bit, some doing some chores, some like Warwick going to the library, Griswold going to visit the Lord's Alliance, do a little paperwork, have a quick meeting, and Reed and Amrook visiting their favorite haunt, and shall we say, the opening discussions with the locals. Just general hobnobbing with rebuilding the name of the Phandalin Phive in the area and getting completely and utterly shit-faced in doing so as everyone went about their duties and then went up to bed quite early with Reed and Amrook picking up quite the entourage of fans by the end of the night, and then deciding it was a really good idea that it's time to call the entity again. It's been a little while. It's that time. Amrook's drunk. What's the worst that can happen? Most likely, the entity's going to be drunk as well. Fingers crossed, and we'll see. But and as they made their way upstairs to gather the rest of the party to assist them with this endeavor, deciding that it made the most sense to head over to Aranel's place, Caldrum and Adrin's father. And as you went to visit in the late of night, Aranel, who happened to still be awake and a little bit surprised as the entirety of the group showed up, minus the entourage, which Grizz healed and then intimidated to get back to the bar. And so the party shows up with Aranel, and after some minor discussion and Aranel waffling, because he was interested to see what's going on, thinking that perhaps it wasn't the best idea in your current state as you were still bruised, wounded from the Umber Hulk fight, worn down, semi-drunk, and in the middle of the night, and it was his house. So recommending against it. And as Grizz attempted to herd those cats, one last feat as they talked Aranel into joining them for a pint over at the local tavern, in which case he has joined you, and we will pick up there, middle of the night. Reed finished shadow boxing and mostly sober, still has a little buzz on. Amrook still drunk, hammered to the nth degree, thinking about doing this solo. And Aranel looking forward to a little fire whiskey. So we're going to head back to the tavern, pick up there, and then call it a long night. So with that said, let the chaos ensue. So you guys return. You're making your way back to the tavern. Let's say that. It's about a 5-minute walk from here. You got a little bit of time.
Well, Amrook, looks like I'm gonna have to catch up again.
I never left. Let's keep going. I think fire whiskey gets you there a little faster.
I'm down for a few shots of fire whiskey. Anybody else?
Warwick, Grizz, when in Rome.
I'm good. I'm gonna go to bed after this, but have a pint for me. I appreciate it.
Aranel's gonna come over, put his hand on your shoulder. Griswold, you have fought quite hard. You cannot maintain this level of stress for so long. You need to learn to relax just a little bit. might I recommend you stay and have a few pints with me? It's rare that we have the opportunity.
The only thing further stuck up his ass other than that stick. Is his beloved god protector.
Aranel, hand on shoulder.
Is
He's kind of
Reed
reaching
saying
up, hand on shoulder.
Is Reed saying that?
Yeah. That's why I'm laughing. So
I I shake my head. Because I'm assuming you say that to everyone at this point.
oh yeah.
He's got that overly loud drunk talk going on. He's just buzzed, but he's still making sure that it's echoing a little through the town too.
I appreciate it. I have a feeling, however, that as I look over at Amrook and Reed, that I'm going to be a lot more stressed if I stay downstairs and have a few ales with a few people. So
You still have the keg. on your
hopefully rain check,
shoulder.
but I'm I'm gonna yeah I do. I'm gonna go back up and meditate for a little bit. But thank you. Um, yes, I still have the keg. Yes.
I understand. And Aranel's gonna just whisper across, not really trying to whisper it, but do the fake like hand up, like babysitter's going to bed.
Yeah.
Althea, you haven't joined us in a while. Little fighter whiskey.
No, I'm good. I was never an alcoholic until I met you guys. Oh wait, I never even drank until I met you guys.
Yeah, why get off the horse
I'm gonna
now?
go back.
Sounds like you got lost time to make up for.
No,
He makes a very
I'm
good
good,
point.
thank you. No. Shut it, you.
Disappointing.
For
What
sure.
about you? Who the hell are you, by the way? As he looks at Clank. Oh, sorry.
I am Clank. I am new friend.
They certainly seem to pick up some interesting ones. Cowdrum, I knew you for a long time, and you struggled to make friends. Now that you're out and about, you bring home some interesting ones.
Yeah. You can say that.
Well, Clank, welcome to the crew. May you have better fate than some of their previous party members that are no longer with us. He's gonna put his head down.
Poor Droop.
Wait. Droop. I guess Droop. Yeah.
You didn't really. He's just Aranel's just picking at him a little bit, scaring him.
Reed
Clank will
throws
be
a ball.
All right.
Reed throws a ball bearing on the floor for Droop.
Pour one out for him, I guess.
Yep. Drop one for him.
Uh,
All right. Well, with these two out, first round's on me. Let's go. You guys approach the tavern. A few people outside smoking on some pipes. They're excited. You guys get some cheers as you come back. They've returned, the mighty ones. Please enter. They open the door for you, kind of wave you in, give you a little bow. Half drunk, half sincere. And as you walk in, the tavern goes crazy until they see Grizz, and then they get a little quieter. And then they see Grizz heading upstairs, and they get louder again. They're excited. You get a couple. The ladies that were there before. It looks like a few of them might be gone, but a couple of them still there. Come right back up to Grizz and Reed and Amrook. Taking the long way around Grizz as he makes his way. And the party starts right up again. You guys get there. Aranel's the first one to the bar, and yet there's already shots lined up as you get there. A little of my special brew for you. And he's gonna just top them all off. And as he does that, you see he's gonna pull out this like torch and like strike it against the wall and just run it right down and light them up.
I'm definitely participating in that. I might grab 2 shots.
Warwick's gonna match Amrook. Actually, he's gonna take one more than Amrook because Caldrum's dad is here, and he's gonna show Amrook up.
Reed's gonna do 2 shots as well.
Aranel sees that, counts them up, and decides to do 3.
I'll grab 2. I'm gonna grab 2, but precariously look at both of them. Okay.
Clank grabs 4.
Clank can't even
For the
reach
floor.
That's what I'm talking about. Is Siddle partaking in this?
I've got 3 as well. Yeah.
Settle
I'm gonna look at
shit. I'm
Arendelle.
doing another one. Let's line them up again.
I'm gonna
All
look
right,
at Arendelle as everybody's grabbing their drinks, point to Clank and say, "Don't worry, those go right through."
These days, me as well. As he fires one back.
I take a first shot. I'm gonna try to slide a hand to do like the old pour it all over my shoulder thing.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Where are we standing?
Oh,
You guys are right up. You
Go
guys,
on,
the bar has
someone's
cleared out for you guys. Yeah, you guys. The
There's a big
crowd is.
enough crowd, it's
There's
just
those
flashing
ladies that
somebody.
are. Yeah. The women have kind of made their way up of various raises.
So I see that with my passive perception, right? Since I'm
Everybody sees that with a passive perception. In fact, not only do you see him do it, but you hear one of the girls yell out, "What the hell?" as she turns and she's just soaking wet, dripping
Is
down
it
the
still
side
on
of her
fire?
face. No.
I blew up.
All right, you blew it out. No, it's just it's dropping down, and she's like, "What the hell? Oh, it's okay. It's okay." She's gonna back up a little bit. Maybe you can just buy me one to replace it.
I look at Clank as that happens, and I say, "I thought the hole was in your stomach, not in your throat."
As
And she's
just
gonna
sits
look
in
at
the,
Clank and give him a dirty look.
just all sits in the ice that he's got in his stomach right now.
After about
Clank?
3 or 4 rounds of this,
Go
I'd
ahead.
like to pull Reed, pop a Calderman.
All right. And almost you said you were gonna whisper something. Clank, what's your passive perception again? I didn't put you on here.
Let me double check, but I think it's 21.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought you were over 20.
22.
Yeah, I was like,
22. Yeah.
holy crap,
Cool.
he has a higher perception than I do.
Yeah.
I may
and it
have
doesn't
spec
like
into perception.
Reed actually Reed and Clank, you two are the ones that catch it. You recognize a little whispering from Aranel after about 4 shots and a little hand movement that you recognize a little arcana, and you see him after doing a few shots seems to perk up momentarily. Looks like he gives himself a little healing spell.
Hey, no cheating.
Just trying to keep up with you, young man.
Might
gotta
I
get put
recommend
down to
so-
keep up.
pacing?
We might want to get some food over here. Can you just fill up the food in the area? And then so Amrook, you said you would kind of as he's doing this, pull him aside with Reed and want to whisper.
No, I just want to like
As he
try and
calls
lean
for
in.
food.
Go ahead.
As he
Sorry,
calls
what
for
were
food, I'm gonna look at Amrook, kind of as he's like bringing us in.
Yep.
And just mouth good berry.
That's I just want to kind of pull them in a little bit, and I'm just gonna like try and cover my mouth and whisper. I'm not gonna include anybody on purpose. I'm trying, you know. Now that the babysitter's in bed, do we want to go to the treehouse and try this after all for educational purposes? I think we just a couple of us and take the precautions. I rolled the
You-
so, whether that's a whisper or not, you can let the party know.
What you guys hear from a drunken Amrook is, I love you guys. What is now? We're all together, and babysitter went to bed. Let's go hang out at the treehouse and talk to him.
Exactly.
You see Reed. Well, hold on.
It's not quiet at all.
Hold
But
on.
it's pretty loud in here, so it is a bit difficult. I guess with Klein's passive perception, he would have heard it. And let's see, Siddle, you're still hanging out, so you're there. Althea, did you go to bed since you weren't drinking, or did you decide to hang out?
I'm hiding in the back corner.
Okay, you're in the back corner just watching, keeping an eye on everything.
Yeah.
Flower.
Reed's
All right.
gonna slide 2 gold. Say we should do it.
Slide in the gold.
There's
Who'd you
more where
decide to
that
do?
came from. 2 gold.
To whom?
To who?
Oh god. I'll
Up Caldrum.
Pop Galdrum.
Okay.
I had it earlier,
Aaron
and
now.
I completely blanked. Aaron did. I said it earlier, and then completely blanked as soon as I went to give him gold.
I keep wanting to call him Aaron Neville, so I just stick with Papa Caldrum.
Aaron Neville. Huh?
That's. I'm with it. I just wanted to be wanted to give him his due. He's gonna look at the 2 gold. He's gonna look, whisper, and just push it back. If I didn't think he'd kill every one of us, I'd do it for free. No
You
offense,
don't kill
Amrock.
all of us. Can't kill all of
honestly,
us.
all right. So we weren't fully honest with you. When we were in the Maelstrom, that's the giant lair of the storm giants. It was pretty. It was the immovable rod, and we just trapped me down, and we were good. I didn't even get up off the floor, and then Aldrum over here beat the shit out of me. But I mean, I think we're good.
You kind of look around a little bit.
So I've heard this too, right? I'm gonna scoot over with another.
Yeah, as loud as it was, you
come
heard
over
it.
with my 4th shot. I'm gonna come over with my 4th shot and chug. I'd be like, so there's a teleportation circle in there, right? Just curious.
In
Yeah,
the well, yeah.
Is there?
I thought there was in the closet that they had set up. That's one. It was a family
Yeah.
teleportation circle that they had set up years ago.
Listen, as much as and we're starting to feel at this point, as much as I want to find out about this thing, bad shit happens to us. You turn, get to teleportation circle, and vanish goes Amrock. I don't know, man.
Well, you can't teleport from it.
Well, who can't tell? Can't? I can't.
No, you don't. No, it's a landing spot, not a takeoff spot.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's not like a complete
Yeah. You don't. It's not a portal. It's not a teleportation like portal. It's a place where you can land when you teleport.
But this thing's
Warwick,
pretty ancient,
I
right?
seen.
Like this
Oh, there you go.
being thingy in Amrook. Like this being thing in Amrook is like ancient, right?
Here's what
We
do.
don't know
We'll
what its powers
get a
are.
couple
I
more
don't know,
rounds. We'll get
man.
a couple more rounds. We'll discuss and throw it around a few questions to ask. If we come up with nothing, we don't do it. But if we have questions that make sense, now might be the best time. That way we don't waste time for the morning. We're leaving in the morning. I just will prove this now.
With so with that persuasion, Aranel is, if a rod of holding takes care of it, that sounds simple enough to me. It sounds like you have this thing cracked. I say we do it.
And
Here I was
Gabriel would
gonna
be
tempt
real
him.
upset. Oh, God.
Here I was going to tempt him with a Klondike bar.
And I can't imagine Gabriel is too happy with us just traveling around with an evil spirit inhabiting one of us. So Griswold won't get mad at all.
You see Aranel down another shot. He makes a good point. As you guys are having this discussion, I'm going to cut up momentarily to Grizz. Grizz, what are you doing in the room?
How long has it been? I was gonna meditate for a hot second and then probably go to bed.
Probably going to just about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah,
15,
probably
15 minutes, we'll say.
Just meditating at the moment.
Just tell me
Okay,
to
you're going to
stay
hear...
home.
Yeah.
So your armor is off?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You're going to hear a knock at the door.
I'm making the assumption I know we haven't. I was actually thinking about this. I know we don't state it, but I made the assumption that I just took it off every night. I'm
Okay,
figured
I make the
that-
assumption as well. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that's where the timing was.
You have
Um,
to, or you don't get a long rest.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. I'll go to the. Who is it?
Is this the room of Griswold? You hear a younger woman's voice.
Who's asking?
We briefly met earlier. Elandril? I don't think I got your name earlier. You got my name?
Were you one of the? I'll go and open the door. Were you one
And
of the
you
ones?
hear the
who,
ruckusness of the crowd kind of take over. And now you see a fairly young elven descent girl. Not too young, but you know, in her prime. And she has three other girls with her they're kind of leaning against the wall and looking, and they are all eyeing you up pretty dramatically. Griswold, you are Griswold of the Phandalin Phive, right?
Yes, I'm. So Frank will come up next to me. Yes, I am Griswold.
And they momentarily hesitate, but can we pet your cat?
No, he's not a pet. He's family.
Elandril's gonna come
they
up to
wanna
you
pet-
and
They want to
just kind of take her. they're gonna kind of just put her arm on your forearm, like her hand on your forearm, like as high as she can reach here. She's like, Griswold, I don't think you understand what it means to have the Phandalin Phive in town. It's of significance to Silvery Moon, and perhaps significance to us as well. We are some of your biggest fans. Would you please come hang out with us for a little bit downstairs? It would mean a great deal to us.
Keep them in your room.
And all four of them
Keep
nod.
them in your room.
Just
Yes.
a drink or two
Griswold's
first.
getting laid.
Please, Griswold. Can we call you that? Is that your... Do you prefer the full name?
Griswold is fine. Are they all hammered?
They're fairly drunk from what you can tell, yeah. But they are full eye contact with you. Roving a little bit here, they're interested. They're another girl comes up, puts her hand on your other arm. Please, Griswold. Sir Griswold? Is that what we're supposed to call you, I believe? I know you say that, but I feel like the proper name.
Griswold's fine. Sorry,
Griswold the Humble.
I'm pulling up my character sheet. Just get one. I gotta see how many
Okay.
spell slots I have left on this.
I don't think you have enlarge reduce.
Yeah. I need to cast that a couple of times. So my intent, and I'm fairly certain I have at least two lesser restoration. I think I have 2 second level spell slots left. I think. I literally can't open I cannot open my character sheet.
It looks like you have second level. You got one second level left.
Oh, I have one. Fuck. I don't have any lay on hands left, do I?
Oh well.
Yeah,
It says you got 5 points of lay on hands.
And how many girls are there?
4.
Oh my god. How many third level spell slots do I have left?
You've got 3. All 3 of them.
Yeah, all right, I'll save those. Last question. How late is it?
It's about 11 o'clock at this point.
I'm gonna use the last 5 points to heal the one that came up I'm going to use my last second level to cast Luster Restoration on one of them. Doesn't matter which. Two of them are just going to remain drunk. I appreciate it, but I have a feeling that it's going to get a bit rowdy, and I have some things to think about. But I'll once I can open my character sheet.
In her sober state, she's gonna get a little bit closer to you, and she's just gonna.
No.
Griswold, wow, I didn't know you could do that. You're even more impressive in person than I realized. Please, just one drink with us, Griswold. Just one. That's all I ask. How often is it that legends come through town? Wouldn't you have taken a shot before you were a legendary adventurer? Just to have a drink with some locals. Just to tell us a story.
The storytellers are all down the stairs. Have you spoken with Warwick? He has the Master Warwick. He's the leader. Have you talked to him? He has so many stories.
She's gonna look around a little bit. She's like, "Can we be honest? From the stories we've heard, you're the leader, Griswold, not Warwick. He's a follower."
And is this the sober one saying this?
This is the sober one, yeah.
This is still the same night that we tried to spread the word about Griswold's cock being bigger than.
It is the same night, yeah.
All right, just checking.
But she seems. She's making a strong argument. She seems sincere about this. All three of them are kind of jumping in the background. Can you give us an autograph? Just please. We'll make sure you get to bed early, Griswold. We understand. Please.
I'm gonna grab my halberd.
He needs his
They're gonna each grab one of your hands and try and pull you out. Come on, please.
I'm just gonna.
She's gonna throw it out we're not armed.
No, I'm gonna tuck. I will come down and have one drink, and that is it, though. I have some things to take care of. I will come down and have one drink with you, though.
And they cheer. Yes, thank you. And as they kind of get around you, and then grab your hands and start pulling you downstairs, they pull you towards the bar, past the other group of the Phandalin Phive, and as they do so, and you kind of look over and they look at you, they're gonna be like, "Delivered as requested. Good night," and they're gonna walk away.
Wait, who?
The girls are gone. They're not interested. They talked to the Phandalin Phive, and they looked at someone in the group and just said, "Delivered as requested," and they walk away. Griswold, you have returned, Aranel says. Excellent. And he's going to immediately hand you a fire whiskey. My good man, I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for drinking with us. And he's gonna take one himself, and he's gonna go and give you a little cheers.
I will take. I'm gonna shake my head. I will take one as requested. I have some things to take care of.
Hold on, then. Hold on. If it's only one, he's gonna take it back off of you. He's gonna pour both of them into a larger glass sitting on the bar. Take two more and dump it in there as well. You're one, sir.
Hold on. Let me. I just want to pop the potion of giant size right now. So bad. All right, I'm gonna have to reset this.
So while you're doing that, one of the girls who was in the hallway is gonna come back up. She kind of sneaks around, and she's gonna come up against your side and be like, "Sorry we had to do that, Griswold, but I am glad you're here."
I'm gonna shake my head. I will down the shot. Was it 4?
4, yeah.
All right. Relatively speaking, I usually drink that much in one sitting, anyways, because I'm a Goliath. Relatively,
you do. It's 4 shots. You got twice the body mass of most people, so it's just the equivalent of 2 shots. You could almost ride a horse through town without having too high of a blood alcohol content.
Okay. I'd be let off with a warning, maybe. Okay.
Yeah. One more, I wouldn't recommend driving a cart, but as it is right now, you're good. No public drunkenness.
I will. Yeah, I will take my. Ooh, that's actually a fun one, but I won't do that.
Hey, G. Do we
Interesting.
hear her say that to him?
Oh yeah, she says it to the whole group. I mean, you're kind of all right there, and she looks vaguely at one of you. You can't tell which. She's kind of just over her shoulder, like delivered, and then walks away. And Grizz is right there next to you guys, stuck like he's in the group now. So you caught every bit of that.
Can I insight check these chicas?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I will.
Holy fuck!
Nod to. I'll nod to Keldrum's father. I'll down the shots and say, "Shot as requested. I have a few things to take care of, and Frank and I'll walk back upstairs." I'm also
The stage.
All right.
Alright,
With that insight check, Keldrum, I just shot you what you saw.
I won't do that.
Stage goes like the stairs, or the stage is right beside.
Yeah, like tucked underneath it there.
As Griswold's trying to go upstairs, I'd like to try and grab his arm, pull him up on stage, and flip the concertina player a gold coin and say, "Play that shit."
Give me contested strength checks.
This is gonna be where I fucking fail.
Do I get beer
I
muscles
know it.
because I'm fucking drunk?
There's no
Advantage?
You know what? That's a good argument. I'm sold. I'm convinced. Grizz, you're a little sleepy since you've been meditating. You're at disadvantage.
That's bullshit. That's such
You aren't in armor. If it was dexterity check.
Yeah, that's.
Is it strength save or just a strength check? Just strength check?
Just a straight strength check. Yeah. It's a 20. 20 is a number to beat.
There's no way I'm beating a 20. There's
Whatever.
No
with an 11. I'm sorry.
Whenever I see this happening, I'm gonna cast Silvery Barbs on Amrook and give the advantage over to Griswold.
12.
Griswold, you using the advantage now.
You're fucking right.
Yeah, you are. Oh, 21 versus 12. Warwick with the save.
Did I see? I don't know where Warwick's at. I just.
Yeah, I would say he's in the crowd. It's pretty loud, so you wouldn't have heard him. You wouldn't have seen him because you were kind of back to the eye and then in a contested check. So you feel the arcane nature roll over your body and the additional strength to fight this thing, but you don't see where it came from.
I'll just nod my head and I'll pat Amrook. I appreciate it. Enjoy. And I wish I had more to like kind of heal you. That way you can like sober you up and then you can keep partying, but I don't. So I'm going as I'm walking up, I'm going to use harness power twice so I can regain 2 second level spell slots.
Okay.
Just in case, because I have a feeling you guys are going to do some weird shit.
The Siddle, a couple of the girls that were with Griswold now come up to you and kind of come on, start hanging on your shoulder a little bit, asking about your casting ability, how you got into it, just details, just kind of swooning over you. So they've shifted now that Griswold's gone to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna play like the cool and whatever, tell the war stories, amnesia, blah blah blah. I'm laying it on thick.
They are buying every bit of it. Give me a performance check, Siddle. You don't get to give those very often. If ever, I don't know if you ever used your performance check thus far, so we're using it now.
All right, let's do this.
And if things go well, you might be using it again later, if you know what I mean. With the concertina is what I'm talking about. You might be playing the concertina.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
All right, she's eating out of your hand at this point. All three of them are. Not the fourth one that was that made their way back over to Grizz. She seems to be over with some others, but you got three of them kind of hanging on top of you. I'm with the general group now, but they're eating up your every word.
I'm just gonna keep it rolling.
Reed, I think just about everyone in the bar has attempted to approach you thus far. As they're rolling through, tough to pin you down a little bit, but they are all trying to interact with Reed.
Hey, can I give a tug on Griswold's arm before he goes up to bed?
Yeah, we'll do a little retro here. Give him a little tug.
Hey, Chris. Let's hang out.
I appreciate it. I just I've got some things to think about. I appreciate it, but
We can
rain
think
check.
about them later. We gotta relax a little bit once in a while. It's one thing I learned from Adrian. Well, we don't get too many. We don't get very many often times like this. Just come back and have a couple more.
He knows I'm fighting with it. I appreciate it, really. But,
do I hear this? Like, am I still like?
I just have some
Griswold
things
slipped
to
out
think
of my
about.
hands, but I'm still in proximity.
Yeah, you're still in proximity. I mean, at this point, I figure you stayed on stage and you're kind of hanging out with the concertina player, doing a little jig up there. But the stairs are right next to you, so you're catching bits and pieces of it. You're a little worried about like how much do I listen, how much do I dance? Like it's a battle with Amrook right now.
I'm not saying it affects my performance, but I probably listen. And as I hear Griswold struggling, I'm just gonna walk over and say, "Fuck it, we might all be dead tomorrow anyway. You might as well let loose tonight." And then I'm gonna go back and do a little jig and see if I can get Reed up on
stage. As he says, we might be dead tomorrow. Reed's gonna say, "Hey, maybe you'll actually be able to meet Gabriel."
Oh,
maybe I will too.
You ass.
Going to meet your god, eh?
Yeah. I hate you
guys. And as you say this, the band kind of shifts their gears and starts picking up on your thread here, and they jump into a new, it's kind of a song that seems to be a bit impromptu of we might be dead tomorrow. Enjoy yourself tonight because we'll all be dead soon enough. We'll all be dead by tomorrow's light.
Why do I have the
fight the break of dawn come tomorrow?
Little is all rolled into one. Fighteth the breaketh of dawn.
I don't know. I have the vision of for some reason the scene in Jaws before he tells the story about the bombing of Pearl Harbor or bombing of Nagasaki.
I don't remember that one.
They're waiting. They're singing. Up when they're singing, they start singing. Well, then that's when Jaws starts.
Way to go home.
Way to go home. That's it.
Oh yeah.
And I want to go to bed.
There's a little bit of that, but it's a little more up tempo. This is a little more. There's a little more hopeful of a little more of a drinking song esque as they're going through. That we're all going to be dead, so get drunk now, sort of thing. And in the middle of it, and they're just going to pause and go, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Phandalin Phive in this tavern tonight," and everyone just rock it. Yeah. At this point, a few people that are passed out on the tables nearby, or they just pop up momentarily and raise their glasses to you guys, and then back to sleep. You guys have the town in pretty excitable at this point. It seems to be getting more crowded as the night goes on, as people hear the tales that you guys are here and make their way in. What else are you doing as this continues onward? Anything else you guys want to do tonight as the party goes on, lingers?
Did we convince Grizz?
No, Grizz pieced out. He wanted no part of this. He left and went to bed.
Yep.
Aaronel's going to pull you guys over, in fact. Go ahead.
As I get back to the table, I'm going to say, guys, as I said on the stage, we may be dead tomorrow. We don't get this chance again. We might as well question this motherfucker.
Aaronel's over there sipping. It looks like he switched liquors at some point. It's a little bit darker, whatever he's got now. He's just over sipping it. He goes, "I think that might be best. We must do it. Let me ask you guys, this Griswold, he's a little different than he was last time I saw him. Do you guys think he might be cursed?"
I said the same thing. Let's go. We're drinking a shot.
We're in each other's mind.
We,
I think
we
there might
tried
be
to
a curse
perform an
there.
exorcism on him last time we were here. It was in this town, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Do you think it's location-based curses?
How drunk is my father?
Insight check. Insight check.
Is he,
Good insight check.
is he like, I'm going to start beating my kids drunk? Or is he like, I'm still having a good
I
time?
think he's the perfect amount of drunk.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So based on that roll, he is not buzzed. He is full drunk, but he's in that like in the zone drunk. Not sloppy yet.
He's
like full.
he's entered the Matrix.
Yeah, he's
He
he's in
sees
the
the code.
zone.
He sees the code.
He's at that perfect point that we all wish we could hang at once we get there, and he is right there, locked in.
As much
All right, so
as I really want to talk to this guy, I don't know if now is a good time.
I hear you, but let's think of some questions. Like I said earlier, maybe this just becomes a pull the questions together type deal, but let's see where it goes. I think I'm gonna throw the first question out there. I want to know, how does it get the freedom that it requests? Anybody else got any questions for it?
I have so many questions. How does it
Like
define
a favorite color?
freedom? What does it recognize itself as? Does it have sentience? Does it? How did it get there? How did it get here?
That's a good question, my friend.
So
Let's
many
take
questions.
shots on that.
Yes.
Papacy. Is there
Yes,
any way
Reed.
to talk to
One
this
for you as
thing?
well. And he's gonna hand you one.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell, brother, yeah. Give me another one. Give me two.
Agreed.
Is there a way to talk to this thing without actually
Warwick, you did mention
pulling
you
him out?
thought about it, but
I don't know. There's
I don't see
so
why
many. We don't know what it
wouldn't
is.
Yeah,
You see,
yeah, I
Warwick,
got
you
a
mentioned a way.
question.
Go.
I got one. I got one. I'm gonna do another shot, and I'm gonna look at Reed. I'm like, hey, why have you been harping on what's his nuts all night, Gabriel? What's up with that?
Aaronel's gonna turn. Yeah, what's up with that?
What the fuck's up with that?
As he slides another drink over to you, Reed.
I just don't respect him. He hasn't done anything for us. What good is he?
Well, I mean, he has.
Can you elaborate on that? And I'll slide another shot down to Reed.
And
In what way would you like to elaborate?
Warwick at the same time, so it'll be like.
They just hold on.
Aaronel's gonna slide a shot over to himself from one hand to the other as you guys are sliding these around.
I was just never one for religious debacle. Putting your faith in someone other than yourself is a waste of time.
Don't you put your faith in this group, though? Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, what Eric said. Yeah.
I put my heart into this. I don't put my faith into you.
I'm not a faith man, so I can't really defend either way. I think, as far as you guys have told me, Gabriel's given Grizz the power to pull me out of a state that we all wish I wouldn't be in at times, right?
Yeah, and I mean, even his, some of his abilities in battle and whatnot are provided by Gabriel. But
I don't see any different than Mystra.
I look at it this way: being a person of the cloth, that it's yeah, the deity gives you the powers, but it's you're the one in control. Yes, you have faith in a god, but you still have it's you're still driving the cart. It's not.
And I never criticized the cart.
Yeah.
Just Just the guy above it, looking down.
And
So it's not
everybody
Grizz that you
is.
hate, is what you're saying. It's just faith itself. Is that right?
Yeah, correct.
I
I
don't know
must
about
ask you,
that,
do
but you
you
guys are sobering me up a little
believe?
too much. Let's get some more shots.
Oh, I want to understand this. We can do both shots and discussion. Well, just leave the bottle. Just leave. Just leave two bottles. Three
At
three
what point
bottles.
are we going to have to give you a constitution check?
I'm already rolling them. But luckily, Papa Grizz doesn't, or Papa Caldrum doesn't have to get up in the morning. He's got nowhere to be. You guys have commitments, so he's
No,
okay.
we just got to stay up long enough to summon this demon.
He's semi-retired.
Do you believe in the gods? Do
No, I
you
do not.
acknowledge their existence?
I do not.
How interesting. So you've never met another planar traveler before? You do not
I have
recognize
not.
those entities that may be more powerful than yourself. I mean, the definition of a god is quite fluid. How do you define a god is interesting. What is a god to us may be a mortal in another realm. I mean, do you recognize the existence of other planes?
I do have a god, and it's the universe itself.
Ah, a pragmatist. I like it. I recognize that. Let's
But no
allow me
deities
to
in general.
allow me to pull back for a moment and say, as based on the abilities in which you have, do you recognize that you may have superior abilities to those of the average man, based on your experience of travel? Can you do things that would mystify most? And one of the girls hanging on your entourage now that behind you is like, yes, he can.
That doesn't make me a god.
So what does make one a god? And how do we define our gods? Would some not call you a god? And imagine that
Some would
same
call-
level of growth over you. Would you not call them a god, or would others not?
And some would call Caldrum a god because he can cast spells, and someone call Grizz a god.
Some absolutely would. Well, let's not get crazy with Griswold. I don't know if they'd go that far.
He's an alright guy.
But yes, you are
He's
right.
a loner.
But so in that case, do you recognize, we shall not call them deities or gods, do you recognize powers that are much greater than yourself, that have abilities much beyond that which you can do?
Correct.
Would you
I
put
do.
your faith in one of those, should they be willing to help you and assist? Should they be willing to give you boons that you could not seek otherwise? Should they assist to empower you on your endeavor?
Not faith. I would not put
No
faith in
faith.
anybody.
So you choose to put faith in no one.
Correct.
Do you
Everything's
trust?
transactional.
Can I
Ah,
do an insight check? Just trying to weigh here. You can put me at distance, but I'm just trying to weigh here. Like, is Reed coming from a place of been there before, put his face something had a had a negative?
You know what? Can I interject? I think you should get advantage because you are drunk. Because this is one of those conversations that you do have when you're drunk, and you're just like
Philosophy does make
Spew.
a
But
lot
how-
more sense.
the next
Give you that.
the next day you're like,
Wait.
Huh.
what?
huh.
all right, here's what we're going to do. Amrook, I want you to give me a constitution check. We're going to see how astute and perceptive you are right now.
You guys are.
I'm going to use a
sobering me up
9 with
like-
disadvantage here.
Well, I get advantage
I don't think you've ever.
of
Oh.
Dwarven Constitution.
Yeah, you can't.
Ooh,
be
okay,
present.
okay. I'm going to give you that then. Even in your drunken state, as said, you are highly perceptive. You're in that, like, you can't think about 100 things, but you are focused on the one right now. This is the one thing you're thinking of. You don't hear the music. You don't hear anything else. You are purely staring at Reed in that creepy way, trying to figure out what he's talking about.
Giving the Kubrick stare.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So give me the insight check, and Reed, you can if you didn't want to show it, you're rolling deception or persuasion here on your discussion, and if you want to give any insight based on that on how it rolls against his 23, on whether or not has Reed been hurt before, has he been let down with his faith, and therefore he first scars the deepest sort of thing, first cuts the deepest. He's going deep in his Cheryl Crow. And so he won't trust
I can't
again,
remember
or is
any
this just
lyrics.
Reed's nature? So he seems to be getting a little bit of background. Like, let's give a little insight to Reed's
Yeah. So
faith on this.
is it Amrook and Caldrum?
Amrook's the one that asked, and Caldrum is leaning in, and you see Aranel leaning in as he reaches over to grab another shot.
I imagine Caldrum's perception, or I guess it would be
My insight?
insight.
Yeah, I'll roll my insight.
Yeah, he's a passive perception pretty good, but I mean,
you
with
don't
a
need a high
23 of
number.
yeah.
Actually,
No, but I rolled a one.
actually, that was.
But you're kind of
You
drawing.
two
there
are
you
talking
go.
the same way, like so. Caldrum is leaning in and listening, and then he hears a song that he really likes, and he just pulls out and starts.
Yeah.
So he's out.
So I guess Amrook would notice that Reed seems to be thinking back to a certain time.
I would say with that insight, he would recognize that. Yeah,
There,
not just
you can
a
tell
discussion.
it's coming from something from the past.
You're
it's not
looking
just-
in the distance.
Does he look
Right.
like
Like kind of like
Does he look like it's like I shouldn't press that button, or like it's just something that happened to him in the past? And irrationally accept.
Irrationally accepted it.
I'll keep that in the memory.
Okay. So Aranel, as you say this, and as you're having this conversation continue onward, just accepts. I respect your approach to this one. I too do not believe in the idea of a god as an all-knowing, but I do accept that there are those that are more powerful than each of us, and that they can give boons and blessings where needed. And I recognize that the deification of those personas and those ideals and those people, that they are more powerful than perhaps I will ever believe. And so I do not call them gods, but I would call them deities, as some would call you as such. It is simply another name, such as hero, legend, deity.
I am but a
And perhaps Reed. You were a thief. Perhaps
Careful
on
with
this
your
path
words.
that you're on. Ah. Well, then allow me to say, you may always be a thief, but I believe you are already a legend, and someday you may see deification yourself. And then you must choose. Do you call yourself a deity? And do you accept that term? And more importantly, where are those 3 bottles of whiskey that I ordered? That was like 5 minutes ago. I need them here now.
You know what? For the shiggles, I'm gonna say Clank tried to swipe him.
Are you trying to grab? So Clank's balance is a little thrown off with all this sloshing in his stomach. He's not used to having that kind of weight, so as he leans forward, it momentarily pulls him a little bit as all that liquid and ice shift forward, throwing off your ability to maintain.
Does Clank have like a
and Aaron,
Does Clank have like a valve,
Like an empty valve?
like to keep it in, or like that he can open up to empty, or
I mean, I just assume he took the magic item that I gave Samwise. It's like literally the fridge. It just sits in his chest. So somebody just has to open him, and he just has to scoop himself out.
I can't help but picture Bender in my mind as I think about Clank.
Yes,
Kinda,
exactly.
yeah.
That's what I was saying. Fucking Bender. Smoking a big cigar.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Pretty much.
Just less personality than Bender, but a little bit more, a little meaner, a little more tanky-ish.
Warwick,
Mm.
did you said before you had a way to talk to this entity without bringing the what was that way? Tell Papa C that way, and maybe we can make some more sense of this. If you're afraid to bring it out at all, I personally think we can bring it out, restrain me, ask all the questions we want, and have a little bit better before we go die tomorrow, and this potentially goes and exists past us.
What are you thinking, Warwick? I'm most intrigued. Is it? Where are you using something like commune? Are you using a modified sending or message spell? Is it something you created yourself? Is it a dream spell? Is it a what level of interaction are you using here? How do we do this? Do we have to cut him open for it?
Did we lose
His internet,
Higgs?
his internet probably froze.
Warwick is
shit timing.
drunk beyond belief. He's over there
So-
drooling at this
sorry,
point.
guys.
He's falling asleep. Oh,
There he is.
okay.
Can you hear me?
Puke and rally. We
Can you
got
hear
you
me?
now.
Yeah, we got you.
Yep, we got you now.
All right, sorry. Repeat that a little bit. My bad.
I just said if you could explain to Papa C what you suggested previously. Talk to the. My preference is we just talk to it that way. Everyone can ask it questions rather than one person.
How do you think this entity
Got
exists?
it. Okay.
Did you want to use like contact other plane? Was that? I mean, do you have that ability, knowledge? That's an easy one, by the way.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So what I was thinking about originally was a dream spell, and I've only used it a couple of times, and it lets me target like a creature, but I don't really know what this thing is. But I figured maybe we can give it a shot. I don't know, but I still don't know if I'm drunk enough to go to our little hut and do this. I might have to get a little more drunk for this to happen. For me to at least be okay with it.
That
You
can be
know?
arranged. Clank, open up, and I'll just put like a Griswold's giant cup down below to upchuck all of those bottles into.
Yeah, Clank just pours booze out into him.
I'm gonna
You
take
keep it
that
coming.
little- I'm just gonna pour shots. I'm gonna make it look real cool. I'm gonna try and imitate what the bartender did by pouring all the shots and then lighting them on fire.
and in your give me a dexterity check with disadvantage.
I went performance, but
Oh, performance all out. Yeah, oh, okay. I'm gonna use a 10. You're spilling it all over the place, and as you go to light it on fire, everything you
Lights all
spilled
over.
on the table lights up as well. So half this table is just on fire right now in front of you guys, and it's got a lot of stains, alcohol, and everything on it. So it just and goes up, and you're, oh boy. There it is. I got this. I got this. Do you have any marshmallows behind the bar?
Reed, we would know your last name by now. Or you just read.
I do have a last name. I don't know that anybody's ever asked for my last name.
You have not.
I don't think we've asked anybody for their last name. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't
Do
think
we know
we-
Althea's last name?
I was making the
This is a
assumption.
first name.
Carl was making the assumption.
We're a
that
terrible
like
group of
Madonna
friends.
and that we would have eventually heard each other using last names similar to Amrook's last name coming out in up north, and so, but if you're saying no that your last name's never come up, cool with it. I was just asking.
I don't think that it would have.
All right. As we go to do shots, I'd like to just talk to everybody in the bar and say, "Hi, everybody, raise your glass. This one's
Oh
for
no!
Reed."
Wait, Adrian probably knows it because I know it.
No what?
Reed's last name.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! You wrote
Uh,
it down. I like it because it's not
The
in his
only ones that
character.
I don't have,
It's not in his character sheet or anything.
I don't have Althea's
my
last
last
name and
name's
Warwick's last. I
my
got yours.
last
Yeah.
name's not my character sheet.
Well, it's not the way it
Like-
appears in
Oh,
the
it's
chat.
not. Oh, okay.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
It actually wasn't on my character sheet either. So
Yeah, it was in some history there. I remember.
you know what? I do know it. I just looked down below. You did tell us when we were first in Phandalin.
There it is.
Thorn Gauge.
Yeah.
You did tell us because you made
Thorn-
the joke
Thorn
about
Gauge.
Yeah.
gauging. So I will tell everybody in the fucking bar to raise their fucking glass to read Thorn Gauge. And I'm toasting.
So what? Why?
Aaron L's distracted. He's not doing it.
I know.
Everyone else does though. Whatever you say, they're hanging on your every word. They're going up.
And
The entire bar's hands raise.
And after we take that shot, I'll sit back down and say, "Aye, you may have reached legend status, just like he said."
I prefer to stay in the shadows or in a hole.
I raised my glass, but I did not take that 4 or 5 shot pitcher thing that Amber gave me.
No, I was
Very
using that
small
pitcher
sip.
to pour other shots. Pour other shots.
Oh, I thought you were trying to be to drink that. Okay, never mind. Is that what
As you guys finish, Aaron L's just gonna say, "Done. I knew I remembered it. I win." He's gonna toss over a napkin. You see a bunch of writing on it. Most of you don't recognize it. Warwick and Warwick and Siddle, you two recognize it as a description and details about how to complete a spell. Basically, you've seen this equivalency of writing on spell scrolls, and he seemed to have done it on a bar napkin. As he tosses it out to you. You'll find that in your journals as a potential one that you think you might be able to learn from. It's a little rough, but it's there.
Reed looks at Amric and says, "Being well known isn't good for the profession."
Your profession can change.
Aaronel's gonna look as another woman is behind him. A couple girls are staring at Reed from behind, but it does have its other perks. He's gonna give you a little nod.
How drunk is Warwick at this?
So Aaronel,
Yeah, how drunk is Reed?
I'll tell you what. Everybody, give me a con check with disadvantage, and then for you Grizz, that'll put you, or you Amrook, that'll put you at normal.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this on roll 20 and see how this works. So let's check.
All right.
2 4s.
Don't worry, Amrook, we're in this, or Geldrum, we're in the same boat. I saw the 20.
Nice.
Oh, Rusty.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Dude, we just like pass out on the table
he
here.
said,
We wake up in the morning, we're stuck to the
You guys are
table.
drunk enough to persuade. That's what I'm trying to gauge.
a con check, right?
Oh my
That's a
God.
3.
Oh no.
4 for
that's
Aaronel,
two
by
nat
the way.
ones. That's 2
What?
nat
Hold
ones.
on, what did I roll?
You rolled a nat 1 and an 18.
Oh, did I roll that one? That's. I'm
None
gonna.
of those are
I'm
coming
gonna
across
use
for me.
my.
Shit.
I think I have a lucky. Hold on. Hold on. I got a lucky point. Hold on. Time out. I'm not rolling a nat 1. I just gotta figure out where this shit's at.
You already rolled it twice. Your second one was an
Okay.
18. If you were going to use a lucky.
Well, he was at disadvantage, so the
No,
18
disadvantage.
he was
is out.
Yeah. All right. So I'm
Please
gonna
roll
roll
another
this
one.
again, and let's hope to God it's not
7.
7. Okay. So not
So
much better, but
It's better than me and Geldrum.
yeah.
All right. At that point that I see
Yeah,
Warwick's
about
drunk enough,
that.
I stand up and I say, "Hi, I'm going to the fucking tree with or without you guys." And I'm gonna stand up
Before
and toss a gold to the barkeep.
before that, as Papa Geldrum says that Reed tries to impress the ladies with a card trick, but he pulls out the wrong deck.
Oh.
Oh, I love it.
Oh shit.
I'm out.
We're gonna do the guess your card kind of deal.
I love it.
And as he gets to the end, it says, "Is this your card?" Oh, where's it at?
They're
There it
enthralled,
is.
by the way. They can't wait to see.
That didn't pull.
Oh.
The
Oh, that's gotta be
Joker.
something.
Yeah, that's
That's gotta be something. Either something really good or something really bad.
It's me.
But it's a copy
It's
of
me.
Reed.
It's just me.
Oh, that's beautiful. So as you throw out, "Is this your card?" A twin of Reed pops up, and you see momentary shock, and then you just say, "There's two of you," as they say it in this hopeful and optimistic tone.
There can be if you'd like.
And this one is just shadow boxing with the dagger over there.
Oh God, that couldn't have been better.
You could pick a more perfect card. That is awesome.
Aranel's gonna lean over and say, "And you say you're not a god."
I'm gonna look at him cross-eyed. That was the wrong deck.
he's gonna look and he's gonna, "Reed, I gotta be honest with you. I'm seeing four of you right now. Impressive thaumaturgy. Minor illusion? Blur? No. I know this one. What's the one where there's multiple of you hanging around? It's like several different people. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Mirror image? You mean mirror image?
No, the one where you see like mirror images of people, multiple. Oh yeah, yeah, my boy. That's my boy. Meanwhile, as you guys finish two of the three bottles that are sitting in front of you, he's like, "Where's those 3 bottles I ordered?" Oh, I just hold on. I gotta think about this a little bit.
I'm gonna look at Amrook as he starts
Aaron
to
now
lay down
down.
on the table. Good berry. Good berry.
Secretly,
It might help.
pop one in, and I'm gonna use one of the ones.
In Aranel's mouth,
Yeah.
and you see him kind of as he's laying down, just chew. It's some good whiskey.
All right, let's
Another
go.
round? Another
Let's go.
bottle?
Grab the bottle, bring it with us. Let's go to the tree.
We're going to the tree, and he's gonna come up and put his arm around Caldrum, and he's like, "Caldrum, I have 2 things to tell you. One, I'm very proud of you and your brother. 2, I never told you this before, but you were conceived in that tree. That was."
Is this loud enough for us to hear?
Yes. I have good feelings about that tree. It goes way back. You're old enough to accept these things now. To the tree, and he's gonna walk away from you.
I'm gonna go to. I think I'm gonna go to bed after that.
I think you need a
I don't want to
constitution.
go.
As he says that, Reed's gonna look at one of the patrons that was looking at him and say, "See, greatness comes from the tree. Want to try for another?"
And about 4 girls are very disappointed. You pointed to just one of them. You see them get a little upset. A couple of them get angry. A couple of them get upset. And the one that you point to follows you. She's coming your way.
Reed's gonna head to the tree.
All right. So Papa Caldrum Marinel's already out of the tavern. Who else is going to this tree? Caldrum, you said you're going to bed.
No, I'll no. Wait, you're gonna. All right, no, I can't. I got. All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. And then in a drunken stew, I was gonna send Grizz. Hey, buddy. Hey, Grizz. Hey, buddy. Grizz. Hey.
I love drunk Caldrum.
Remember that time? Oh wait, I wasn't there. Never mind. I wasn't talking about when that time. But I wasn't there. They just heard much. Hey, hey, we're all going. We're going now. We're going out. We're going to the tree. We're going to tree house. Let's go. Come on.
With message, like I'm assuming that would have cut off at some point. Him rambling.
There was about 5 hey grizzes in there, and that used up most of it. And then you got to remember that time. Oh wait, no, I wasn't there. Hey Grizz, that was it.
Yeah, since I cut off right there, I'm just gonna be like, I hope they're okay. And yeah, I'm gonna go back to bed. I wouldn't have got there. Yep, I'm gonna go back to bed.
Is there a limit to messages?
Doesn't even check on his friends.
No, there
is
there isn't.
is there not?
there
Oh no,
isn't.
you would have got all of that. Sorry, there was
No,
message
it's
on
as long
sending.
as you want.
I'm sorry. Then yeah, you would have got all of that.
Yeah, you got all of it.
It's not sending, it's message.
It's not sending.
I'm
yet.
sorry. I thought you said sending.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad.
Sorry.
Okay.
So no, you got every bit of that. All right, so we'll head to the tree. Arenell's gonna lean over as you're doing this and be like, "Hey, if Griswold's sleeping, does anyone know Dream? We can have some fun."
Yeah, I think that.
I'm assuming that would have woken me up. I'm guessing.
Yeah, the message would have woken you up. So you
I'm-
hear it and you can reply in a whisper.
Oh yeah. Hey, you can talk back. You can talk back. You gotta hit a little button.
Oh,
and
I
you
can
gotta
talk
press
back.
it. And you gotta press.
Over.
And you go copy. But you gotta talk.
I'm-
You got it.
Are you guys leaving the tavern now as you're walking out of it? Still talking?
Uh-huh.
Dispel
so.
magic.
So it starts to get a little bit difficult here as it goes out before it cuts off in the middle of it.
Did you just dispel magic?
No, I really wanted to.
Hung up on me.
Wait, can I not say anything back? Are they too far away?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, 120 feet.
I'm just gonna say, I have no magic. Don't do this. Not tonight.
So it is limited by 1 foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 foot wood block. So it still gets through for the most part for the walls. You guys are in good shape, but you're getting bits and pieces of it, and you're in a little drunk state. You Cudrum, you hear do this. Spells tonight.
I will. I'm gonna take the 10 minutes to put back on my armor, and Frank and I'll.
It's gonna take
I
us
love-
just 10 minutes to get to the end of the town because we're gonna be
Yeah.
like, stop.
Maybe
Hey,
longer.
let's stop at this bar right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do I intercept them before they?
Are you guys stopping at another tavern?
I don't think we're
Caldrum looks
Reed
into
is
the stop at another
going
tavern.
right. Reed is going right to the treehouse.
Yeah,
You going
With-
right
with
let's
your
go
entourage?
there, but like I'm gonna stop and take 3 pisses on the way. You know what I mean?
So
And we're going that.
Althea and Clank, what are you guys doing?
Walk too, so.
Yeah, Siddle's joining. What are Althea and Clank doing here?
I am shadowing them from a distance with my hood up.
All right.
I don't think you
So
need
you
the
get
hood at
this
this
coming up?
point. I think there's no way
Probably
they're gonna
not,
notice
but
you.
it's not just going to
A dragon can sneak up on the group right now.
Clank is not knowing that Keldra messaged Grizz is gonna be like right up at his door as Grizz comes out with his armor on.
He's just hovering there as he opens the door, standing straight in front. Grizz, as you're a bit taken aback by this. You've had some interesting people waiting for you outside your door for you tonight.
We should stop them, Clank. And Frank and I will move forward and try to intercept them.
All right. So
Should I use
Aaron-
lethal force, Griswold?
No, I would love to say that Clank can see the Griswold just deliberating about this in his mind for a minute, like, really? You know what? Kill them all right now. No. No, lethal force is not necessary. I have a feeling that Keldrum's father, if so inclined, would easily dispose of us. But let's try to intercept them and stop this. I have a feeling they're all hammered, and this is not going to end well. So, and I have no magic at the moment. So, let's see what we can do.
As you guys are walking along, Arenell's gonna be like, "We don't want anyone following us, do we? Do you want me to like get rid of followers? I can keep people out if you want."
Oh yeah, definitely. We don't want it. We don't.
All right, let me work on this here. You can see him stretch his arms a little bit here. Let's throw him off our trail. Yeah, we want a little protection here. And you're gonna see him do a little casting, you hear him whisper a few words, and he's gonna just release something behind him. You don't quite know what it is yet.
I love that you have a character sheet for him.
I'm making it up as we go. I'm building it out here, but yes. Reed, just an FYI, you have your the woman, the female, right? That she's joining you. I mean, she was on you on the way out. Okay,
We're heading to the treehouse.
all right. Yeah. So you find the group plus this random girl. This one is, let's see. Yeah, you've got yourself a larger one there. She's not entirely sure of her race right off the bat, but you do recognize this white layered hair, and red eyes set, mildly red eyes set within the sock. It's not like Amrook red. It's almost like a rose colored eyes over her as she's been staring longingly at you. You see fairly pale skin, soft hands. She's never done a real day's work in her life. You think that maybe she's likely one of the daughter's one of the High Lords in the town. And yeah, she's just hanging on you. She doesn't care where you're going. She's joining. Griswold. Oh, go ahead, Reed.
So how did you get the such pretty eyes?
You say the nicest things, you, without answering whatsoever. Griswold, are you looking for the group, or are you heading to the tree? What's your objective here? You and Flank.
I mean, I was gonna go towards the tree, assuming that I would run into them. That's my goal. I'm not like I'm kind of looking for them, but my goal is to head to the tree, just thinking they're gonna be there, or at least taking the same path. But who knows with everyone being hammered?
Okay, gotcha. And so
How
as
tall
you
is
and Flank,
this woman? I just need a mental image for myself because I'm about to die laughing.
she's about 4'8", not full
Okay.
size, but,
Okay.
but a couple hands taller than you.
Okay.
As you're walking down the street, Grizz, towards the you and Clank, towards this towards the tree, You come face to face with nothingness. You smash head first into this invisible force that's kind of just a wall in front of you. You put it up. You feel this smooth resistance pushing back. What do you want to do?
Nice.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I would know what this
Go ahead.
is? This isn't gonna go well. Nope.
Yeah, you don't feel good about this at all. You had no idea. You don't know if you don't know what's causing this. Is it in your mind? Is it Gabriel? Is it the town? Is it the part of that magical berry that you've heard so much about? You it's just resistance. You can't go past it.
Is Clank with Grizz?
Yeah, Clank and Grizz are going together.
I'll try to trace like the outside of it and just keep following it and hopefully until it ends. Maybe. That's all I can get. Basically, I'm assuming that I was going straight for the tree, hit this wall, and I'm gonna try to I'm gonna put my halberd against it and try to I'll try to stab it, see if I can break it.
No,
I don't know if you want me to.
Go ahead and give me an attack.
While
Ooh.
he's doing that, can Clank make a
Go ahead, Clank.
perception check to see if he notices where a break in this is?
12.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Wow, that's what is that?
It struggles to pierce this this invisible barrier whatsoever. Clank with that 23 perception check. It seems continuous. So where you are, kind of in the street, there's a home to your right. There seems to be like a closed up business to your left. Both just these wooden houses with kind of walls on them. You kind of catch a mild glare in the moonlight of this forceful wall that sits about 10 to 15 feet tall directly in front of you and seems to run from one point to the other. It almost seems to bisect both of the houses. It runs right into the walls, and you see no weak point in the middle of it on this street.
I'm gonna try to find a way around it.
Okay. Which way are you going?
Left, I guess.
Okay, towards the business.
Sure. Yeah.
Clank's
So,
gonna try going up and over.
how tall is Clank again?
About 6 feet.
Yeah, so you as you try to climb it, you find that there's almost nowhere to grab onto handholds, trying to get up to it. You can't quite reach the top and over it. And as you're kind of feeling along it, it is solid all the way down. No way over it based on what you can tell. And you see the shimmer about 10 to 15 feet up there, but just outside your reach, even jumping.
Do I see Clank trying to do this? Because if so,
You
I'll
do.
turn around and Clank, I don't know how much you weigh, but do you want me to give you a boost?
Sure, it will save my spells.
I'll try. I don't know how much you weigh, but I'll try to lift you up and
I mean,
Give me an
he's
athletics
a
check with advantage. Oh, good.
giant suit of armor, pretty much.
oh, I'm fucked. You said strength check with advantage.
With advantage. He's strong, but so are you. Or he's heavy, so you're strong. So
Thank God I had that.
I would say you have the
20.
leverage. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You managed to lift him up, Clank. As you reach onto the top of this thing, you realize it's about 12 feet tall. You manage to almost grab onto this nothingness, this forceful, this force of air, and you recognize it is thin. It's only like a quarter-inch thick as you're grabbing it. So it's kind of amazing you couldn't bust through it. But you actually grab onto something solid up top.
Okay. As I do this, is there any way I can reach down and grab Grizz and kind of just do the old Marine hop and throw him up and over?
I'm assuming that I see that it's roughly 12 feet. I could probably reach up because I'm 10 feet. I'm 10 foot tall. I could probably reach kind of with that. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
it's just a tip. You struggle to be able to pull yourself from it, but you can reach it and just kind of get your fingers over it. And so with his help, now that he's on top of there, reaching down and grabbing your arm, he'd be able to pull you up. If you give me an athletics check or strength check for you, Clank. Sorry.
Advantage or normal?
I'm gonna give you advantage since you have not been drinking. Couldn't drink actually.
Oh, damn. Good for you.
Yep, you managed to pull up Grizz in this awkward format. Since it's so thin, you can tell you get strong purchase, and he's kind of trying to pull himself up and sliding his feet on the wall. And you two are just hovering in the air for any onlookers. One of you just this massive machine that's just trying to pull him up. The other one kicking into nowhere, trying to lift himself up and being pulled by this machine as you guys pop over it. It's
Can
an
Frank,
interesting look in the middle of the night.
can Frank jump this? He's a large tiger. Can
Ooh.
he jump? Can he jump this?
He can certainly try. He can give me an athletics check with advantage. We'll say DC 14 to jump this thing.
Uh,
I feel like
Hold
12
on.
feet for a tiger. Pretty.
Yeah.
I gotta pull up his
That's a-
sheet. One
All right,
sec.
well,
think-
DC 12. We'll pull this thing down.
I was trying
Why
to
am I
think.
still
I think a
having it?
tiger can.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Like,
Yeah, they're fucking monsters.
hmm
All right. I'm gonna go 8. We'll keep dropping this DC. You guys have convinced me.
Even better. Even better. Sorry, I'm having issues with opening shit tonight, so please bear with me.
Hold on. Tigers in captivity, 12 to 15 feet. So, in the wild,
All right, so
in the web.
Is
Probably-
celestial.
I
he's also in
apologize.
captivity. So I'm
I
gonna go.
cannot-
I'm gonna go back to a DC 10.
All right.
All right,
can't
Grizz. What do you
open and roll
need
this.
here? You need Frank. All right.
I can't open the tiger. I don't know what's going on.
Hold on. I got this.
I'll exit a roll 20 and come back. But yeah, if you're able to roll for me real quick.
I got it. What did I say? The athletics
Whatever
check.
has
All right.
whatever has the highest modifier. That's what you said.
All right. So he's gonna roll a perception check.
Oh fuck! I'm in trouble.
Now I'm giving the
What's
strength
the-
check
the
here.
game?
Did I say with advantage?
Yeah, you definitely said with advantage. 100% with.
I'm gonna go with it. So 15. He manages to get over it.
Launches like a.
Yeah, right past the two of you as you're still scrambling up, Grizz. You're
I
still,
believe it.
feet on this fake wall. It's quite slippery. And you guys all manage to drop over top of it, dropping yourself a few minutes. But you hear some giggles off in the far distance. Even with that loss of time, you seem to be making up some ground. And you guys continue making your way to the tree, and it's just as you're approaching the outskirts of town, where the Mithril is protecting him, the Grizz comes into sight, and you see them about to cross through the Mithril into the outskirts of town, into the forest, towards the tree. And you know from there it's only a short walk.
Do we see them? Do Clank and I?
Yeah, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
and Clank
because I-
catch them. You
Oh.
not see them. And Calder looking back sees you as well, cheering at your arrival. And they're gonna keep going. They pass through the Mithril, and they're beginning to head towards the tree. Then you and Clank making up a little bit of ground. Evan, I gotta say, man, you're doing a great job of portraying Griswold's frustration with this scenario. You're living it.
You're welcome. I'm just in character. I'm in character. It's great.
So
Do
so
I-
as they see this coming, Arenel's gonna turn back. Damn it, they didn't stop him. You guys want me to get rid of him?
No,
think
no,
they-
no,
they
no,
can
that's
join
fine.
us,
No,
so-
no, we can't.
All
I
right,
just
all
didn't
right.
want any innocent bystanders around.
All right.
Not everybody
Then
knows
you guys gonna keep heading to the tree.
of my affliction. I haven't told anybody but this group, so actually, other than Gundren, no one knows outside of this group here. No one in the world.
No one knows.
Did you tell Clank?
Clanks
think we
hasn't
told
seen
Clank.
it yet, but he's heard us talking about it. I figured he'd put two and together, right? But other than that, no one knows. To answer your question.
You just hear this little voice speak up next to Reed. I won't tell anyone either.
Oh, whatever. More the merrier.
She's gonna turn to Reed and she's like, "This is getting a little weird. Are they all gonna be there?" I mean, I'm kind of into it, but
We can go somewhere else if you'd like.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm drunk enough. I thought she was Althea. So I'm letting it go.
A wish from a genie could help at this point.
Althea's still hovering in the background with her hood on, going tree to tree. Grizz, you basically catch up with them. You're a mere like 50 feet behind as they're approaching the tree. It's within sight. You and Clank. And you guys see the tree. You come up. It's pitch black. This thing's after midnight. It's like 1 a.m. at this point. As you guys are coming up on the tree, and you find the hidden entrance for the door and make your way in.
No, I'm not going in. I'm doing this outside, and I'm ask someone to assist to tie me up.
As soon as I get there,
Reed looks at the what appears to be a Ganassi and asks if she would also like to be tied up, and points to the door to the treehouse.
She's also gonna put her hands out with Amrook.
I lead her up to the treehouse.
All right, so are you Reed? Are you and her going inside while everyone else is staying outside?
Oh yeah, fuck them.
All right.
He'll be back before we get started. I'm not worried. And I'm gonna give Caltrum.
No doubt.
Wait, what happened? Hey, what happened to your double?
It's still technically at the bar.
Shadowboxing.
I could move. It's just still shadowboxing in the. Wait, hold on. How long do they last? Oh God.
Sun up next day or something.
Is that what it is?
Somebody will flip the card over. They'll figure it.
The illusion lasts until the card is moved or the illusion is dispelled. So until somebody moves that card.
I'm gonna say it gets trampled on, but it didn't get moved. It's kind of stuck to the floor based on all of the liquor and everything that's spilled over the years.
The
it's just basically
97 rounds of drinks with
It's not
the
becoming
one that killed the one Keldrum threw behind him.
It is stuck there.
It's now
until they're sweeping up tomorrow and cleaning, and they're picking up that's there. Fake Reed is in the bar for a while.
I'm gonna give Caldrum the put it right on my throat.
I still think this is a terrible idea.
As I walk up.
Oh no! I thought you were just gonna do your dream thing. Your dream
we could do
spell
the dream.
thing.
I think this is just a precaution, just in case something comes up.
Yeah.
Listen.
I thought we were trying to decurse Griswold.
Listen. Okay. So I think you guys are putting words in my. I said we should do this at some point, and I wanted to do the dream spell.
I know.
But I've been very adamant that doing this while intoxicated, not the best idea. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm fine. This is a terrible idea. So bad. And I will immediately turn around and right in the ground everywhere. Just bark. Everywhere.
Meanwhile, Reed upstairs has whiskey dick. Can't get it up.
Hold on. We haven't rolled performance check.
I was gonna say, give me that performance. Give me the performance.
At disadvantage?
I think
you've had me roll it. No, you've had me roll at disadvantage.
I have. I'm gonna give him disadvantage then. Go ahead. Of course, that just increases odds of a nat one, which gets a lucky roll.
Okay.
Well, I can. I have to do it twice though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
When the tree is shaken. Oh man.
I rolled it to GM, but it was a 21 and a 17.
Nice.
That's solid rolls. You got no performance anxiety here.
I do a
We only did a few shots of whiskey.
Constitution check to see how long you left.
I thought that goes in with performance, huh? Listen, we need stop making me roll at disadvantage. We've already done it 9 times.
Has Amrook has Amrook had do we get a sense that Amrook is he still with us, or is he kind of losing control? Like what is going on with Amrook at this point in time before we go through
Amrook
anything?
is hammered and still looking to get pinned down with the immovable rod, but he seems like a drunken Amrook.
So I will place it. I'll place the
All right,
movable
I'm
rod
tied up.
right.
The movable
All
rod
right.
is placed. I'll
All
look at
right,
Warwick.
Aaron,
I still
so
think we should.
I'm sorry to do this, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Love you, man.
Thank you, Cal.
And so you're stuck there. Love you, man.
I will look at Warwick and say, Warwick, you're up, or the whole party can ask questions.
As they're prepping, Clank is going to slap manacles on Amrook.
Can
Ooh,
Reed
okay,
hear-
going beyond the initial rope.
You want
Can
like
Reed
a
hear
hand
everything
on
that's
either
going on?
side?
You hear loud chatter outside, but you don't hear the exact conversation.
Okay. Never mind.
Before they do this, when I walk up, this is a childish idea. Every one of you are intoxicated, and we're gonna try to do this now. How fucking dumb is this?
See, he's on.
Who is going to
He's
take
on my
you out of
side.
this? What are we doing here? We thought this was a bad idea when Keldrum's father was sober and could save us, and now we're gonna do this all drunk. And whose dumb idea was it to put that fucking wall over there? Who did that?
Griswold, I'm pretty sure I'm still sober. I got this.
I'll look at him
protection.
and my eyes will flash white, trying to intimidate him. Be like, how? What are you doing? What is this?
Griswold, that has to be a disadvantage, right? That intimidation because he's hammered.
I'm not. Oh, him.
Oh yeah, intimidation on him for being hammered.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna cast Mage
Intimidation
Hand
on him. I'm
rub his shoulders.
What was that, Rusty?
I'm gonna cast
Yeah.
Mage Hand and
Nine.
use it to rub Grizz's shoulders.
Grizz, you just feel that massage in the back as you're getting a little tense. You got a little tension in the bottom of your neck here that's actually been bothering you for a little while now. Yeah, he doesn't seem affected by it. Yeah,
with that roll. Yep, I figured. Yep.
You, Chris. Now that you're here, I feel better about this. Listen, they told me it was safe. This was done before. I don't know if
no
you were
magic.
there, but they used the unrelocatable rod, and they held him down, and there was nothing they could do.
But so here's the thing though. The dream spell is exactly like it sounds. They have to be dreaming.
Yeah.
Amrook's awake.
All right, I'll just bring it out then.
God, I
Let's
feel
do
like
this.
I gotta be awake too much.
Let's do this. You
I-
ready?
I'll-
On the
I'll-
count of 3. 1, 3.
I'll
And I'm raging.
What are we doing? You, as you were doing that, I need you to make a.
I'm gonna light my halberd and come up and put it to Amrook's throat.
I already raged.
And as he
Doesn't matter.
rages, as he rages, I'm gonna say, "I hope we don't have to kill you tonight. This is bad."
I hope we do.
Nope, nothing. Never mind. Good. So you're raging,
Yeah, I'll roll it too.
Amrook. Is your intention to intentionally fail?
Did we take his stuff from him? Before we go into
You
this,
did not.
No,
He still has his. He's got everything. No one said anything, and he hurried up and jumped into it.
You guys are so
Yep.
dumb. You guys
I
are-
assume the immovable rod is up against it, and there's no one that wasn't spoken exactly.
I mean, he's also in manacles.
He's in
Okay,
manacles.
we-
I got
we-
that. Manacles
Manacles
behind it, but
tied up, like, hog tied with rope and the immovable rod. My intention is to make first contact, explain, that listen, the group wants to just talk to you, have a little conversation, and ask you a few questions. Then let's see where we can meet, have some middle ground. That's my original intention. What happens?
okay. So you're basically intentionally failing and giving it over to the entity, then, right?
Yeah, intentionally failing, but I want to save to have that crossover period. So intentionally, like, trying to
Okay. Okay.
slow it down. You know what I mean?
I
I don't want
got
to
you.
give up, but I want to try to talk some sense.
Okay. I will say you're able to successfully do so. You feel that you convey that to the entity as you feel yourself slipping away and the entity taking over. You think you convey that thoroughly to it.
I'm sure he thinks he does.
And as you guys watch him rook, and he basically says, 1, 2, 3, go, going on 2, and he momentarily drops. You see his eyes close. He hesitates before his body seems to stiffen. His posture changes. He opens his eyes and looks at you, and you see a bleeding red light coming out of it. As the eyes look at each one of you,
Who
Aaron
are
now leans
you?
over and just says, "It's way more intense than I thought."
Yeah, I asked. Who are you?
I am Amrook, as you can see. You look down.
No, who are you really?
Paldrum, right? How does one define who we are?
God damn it. Here we go again. These fucking things talking in riddles can't give us any type of straightforward answer. Oh, I'm Warwick. Hey,
Is it Warwick out loud?
oh yeah,
I love it.
100%. Yep. You sound just like another guy. I asked him questions and he gave me the same crazy answers without actually giving me an answer. Maybe you guys are the same.
I simply find it difficult to answer such a general question.
What's your
what-
name? What's your
What's your
name?
name?
Demon?
Yeah.
It's
Our
not
names,
Osmeroff by chance, is it?
our name's so important that you must know it.
You're
Yeah.
testing my patience, demon.
Actually, yes, they are. Actually,
Demon? Interesting.
So he's
I
not.
shall give you a name. You may call me Brogramon.
What up, bro?
Mon.
Brogramon.
We can all hear this, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm
Except
legend loring
Reed.
that shit.
Oh yeah, you guys also hear something very different off in the distance, up in the tree. You hear a lot of leaves shaking up in the tree.
Not the first child to be.
Not even the second. Anyways,
Do I see that Ambrook's pack is still is he still wielding his axes? I'm assuming he is.
uh,
My hands are
Who-
tied up. I'm not
uh,
wielding.
Amrook.
I know.
Yeah, they're basically like on his back, but he's hogtied and he's manacled behind his back.
I'm gonna go and take the axes.
I'm glad that someone did it. That's why Reed asked.
I'm
Or
I'm
You're
that's why
getting
I
within range.
asked.
And
Yeah,
so I saw that. I'm gonna come back to you here in a second.
yeah, I'm gonna take the axes from Ambrook's back and kind of Yeah.
All right, so you entered 5 feet, and now you're leaving, is what you're telling me?
100%.
Okay.
Well, no, because I was right there. I would have taken his axes. I'm still gonna be right in front of him, so I'm not walking away. I'm just kind of tossing the axes away.
All right, but you're forcefully taking the axes outside of his request, right?
100%, I am absolutely,
Oh,
Okay.
here we
absolutely.
go.
This Amrook entity is going to watch as you do it, watch you toss them away, and you just see a smirk, a grin come on his face, and look up. Like those blades would matter.
If you're so powerful, get out of the manacles then.
Hey, wait,
Time
wait.
out.
That's not. That's not.
I thought we
that,
were
that, that, that,
questioning.
that,
The whole point we stressed.
all right. Let's don't poke the bear, Grizz. Don't poke the bear. We're just inquiring here.
Yeah, listen, guys. This is gonna be fun.
What
Ugh.
what do you want? What's your purpose?
Purpose is an interesting question. As
God
I
damn
have
it! You are
For fuck's
fucking
sake.
insane. Oh, this is
forcefully found myself
exhausting.
here, unwillingly. As for what do I want? I wish to not be tied to this entity as much as he wishes not to be tied to me.
And
So
then once you're free from Amrook, what's your plans then?
I'm not sure I have plans. I suppose I wish to travel and find myself.
do you know of the Marchion and Mirabar? Are you and him besties?
I'd like to do an insight check on
I'm
the
already on it.
finding
Already on it.
himself because I know that he's full of shit. I just want to see how much I realize that he's full of shit.
Oof.
Gildrum,
I'm
you're
still
real
pretty
good.
drunk. I'm still pretty drunk.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You're sober, Grizz.
And with the 2 insight checks in the party, you guys have no idea. And Clank, you recognize him. He seems to be truthful in that he wants to travel and find himself. You recognize no hints of deceit there. Perhaps some undertones, but no deceitfulness.
Clank will just give Grizz a look, just be like, he's telling the truth.
And when you say find yourself, are you trying to find your physical self? Parts of you? That seems like an interesting question from someone that's apparently so powerful. Finding yourself.
I never claimed myself to be powerful. I simply said that the weapons wouldn't matter. Let's play a little quid pro quo, shall we? An answer for an answer, Griswold?
Hmm.
Are you willing
Cool.
to...
I'm in. I'll do it. I'll answer questions. Ask me. I'm in.
He's going to
I
glance at Warwick momentarily. This one first.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over at Keldrum's father just to see what can I just see what he's doing? Just curious.
He's enthralled. He is just watching every bit of this. It looks like Amrook.
It is Amrook.
Tell me, Griswold, what scares you?
This fucking guy.
Interesting question. All depends on the day, I suppose. Sometimes I might feel, I don't know. Actually, let's think about this here. Fear is relative term. It could mean so many things. I don't know. Tell me what you think fear is, and then maybe I could better answer that question.
All right. So your question is, what do I think fear is?
Yes.
That will override your previous question. And my answer shall be, I think fear is what resides deep inside you for what that one thing that can truly harm you might be. What can give you that sense of dread, that truly mind-numbing feeling that the end of you is near and there is no way to save yourself. That's what I see fear as.
Mm.
And you?
I would agree with
What
that.
scares you?
Oh. I thought I was going to get past him.
What do you fear, Griswold?
I'm gonna need another drink to keep this going.
I'm nothing but a peon in this matter. My fears are irrelevant. That's my answer.
Then as are my answers, and we shall both accept our silence. He's just going to lean back against the wall, against the tree.
So how do we get you to leave Amrook? How do you want to? How do we get you on your way?
Chamb3r. Same deal. A question for a question. He's going to study you for a second. Look over at your father. Look back. Do you worry about the safety of your brother?
Constantly.
You should. I wish I could leave Amrook. I seem to be captured here. I initially thought it was intentional by Amrook, but it would appear that he wants this separation as much as I do.
I think we all do.
If I could wager a guess, I would imagine that I have remnants of knowledge of a scepter that allowed separation once. I would expect that would be the most useful tool in this endeavor.
So you have been haunting others? Is Amrook your first possession? Or are you a
Hey.
veteran at this?
Question for a question, then. Do you feel your soul is weakened for every kill you make?
No. I feel our kills are just in most cases. Sometimes there's casualties in battle. We fight for good.
Amrook is the first soul I've been tied to for a very long, long time. My memory is unclear on previous entanglements, though I do believe there were some.
Does the city of Mirabar, are you familiar with the city of Mirabar?
I am, as I am with
Is that
all
where-
cities on Farron, in which you've recently discussed, I may have had a mild awareness while within your friend Amrook, which is how I know each of your names. I believe it's my turn. He's going to turn to Warwick. Warwick. I sense within Amrook a question. Should the day come that you become face to face with this Nisana creature,
Yeah.
will you make the killing blow if the opportunity is presented to you?
Short answer, without hesitation. But long answer, and I'll get into this long-winded thing about how I didn't have a family, and then I had a family, and then I had a brother, and then
And you're gonna,
long story short, yeah. Listen, the whole Nasana thing, nah, that's in the past. She was no good for any of us, and I'll give a little glance over at Reed, and yeah, we're gonna take her out one way or the other. But
Reed is not with you.
oh shit, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna look.
Reed is in the
I'm gonna
tree.
look. I'm gonna look around like you're with the party because I'm still drunk. Where's he? Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I don't like her, and we found out Caldrum doesn't really like. Well, I don't know if Caldrum doesn't like her or not, but I know that he doesn't like that we want to go after her because he yelled at us one time, and I got really
I
upset.
hate her.
I got really
hate her.
upset about it. Yeah.
She's a jerk meanie head.
Do you? So, are you familiar with a name Osmaroth?
The name seems to be familiar to me.
That now familiar
Do
to
believe-
you or familiar to you through Amrook?
I believe you were only granted one question.
Oh, you can keep that.
consider
I'm
that
an
a
open
second.
book. I got a silver tongue. Ask me whatever you want. Let's do this. I got a whole boatload of questions.
I reach into Amrook's memory banks. Do you believe you are putting the party at risk based on the fact that you have this previous connection, this deal in which you broke, and that you are now a target? Do you believe
Yes.
you put a target on everyone's back?
Yes. Absolutely. And that's what freaks me out the most is I had a brother and I got into mercenary work to get him his freedom. And then I just got so damn good at the mercenary work that I just did everything for myself. And then I get in with this party and it's like I have a family again. And now I'm ready to fuck it up. And it scares the living hell out of me. I don't want to
Like,
lose family again.
Caldrum just likes look at you, and he just his eyes just water up. He just gives you a big hug. Oh man!
I'll get my back.
I am familiar with Osmaroth through Amrook. The name, however, like my previous entanglements, does create recollection. It is unclear to me how so, but I sense a familiarity.
Interesting.
All right, how about let me listen. We're about to go do some crazy whack shit, as you probably know, right?
I am aware.
Was that a question? Is this?
I'm leaving it at that. I'm drunk with a one.
This is the speak with the dead thing.
He's gonna look around a little bit more to see each of them.
And we're gonna need all the help we can get.
He's going to look.
You say you keep saying a question for a question. How about a favor for a favor?
And as he's ready to ask another question, you momentarily pauses. You have him intrigued.
We're about to go
Alright.
up with some battles with some big old flamey giant guys, and then there's fucking dragon. Why can't you just go away, man? Just go away. Anyway, this dragon bitch. We need some help. Maybe if you help us, we can help you not be an Amrook anymore.
But oh, I'm gonna listen. I know making deals sometimes is not the best thing until we get a better idea of the bigger picture.
I'm not saying, hey, wait, I'm just putting it out. I'm just putting it out on the table. Putting it on the table.
How long is
I'm
this
scared,
conversation
man.
going
fucking
on?
love
And how long is Reed awake?
So, I'll tell you what, Reed. You go ahead and you give me a roll. I'm gonna let you choose as Reed how you wish Reed's performance to be. You can either roll a we'll go with a D20 for the number of minutes you're gone, or I'm gonna let you do a D6 for the number of hours you're gone.
Hours, brother.
I'm giving
Amen.
Reed an opportunity here.
There's how many? All right, hold on. How many
Listen,
drinks
there's
have we had?
Too many.
Ooh, you're probably sitting on a good 15, all considered. A solid dozen for Reed here. Now I was also including some of the ones pre-healing, so then there's some post-healing.
Okay.
So the question, yeah.
The more drinks.
After you
the
do this, I'm
longer
gonna have you do
the-
a second roll.
the D12.
How about a D100 for minutes?
All right, let's do D100.
I hope you get 100.
31
All right,
minutes.
that's solid. And I'm gonna
That
do
is
this. Give me a D20.
Good for you, dude.
11 and over. 11 and over. You fall asleep. 10 and under. You you come back out.
Oh, it went to the advanced dice roller because I accidentally dragged a little bit.
Oh, nice.
We come back out.
All right, nice save. So after 31 minutes, which I would say you're not quite there yet. You're close, but
Okay.
I would say
Just
another
let me
couple
know.
questions and you're
Just
out.
let me know when Reed pops back in.
All right, two more questions. I'll say you're out there. And so, what type of favor would you like for this go away dragon?
Well, I mean, we just maybe, if Amrook goes in his berserk or whatever, and that seems to be when you present yourself. Maybe instead of trying to kill all of us, because we want to be your friend, man. We're friends. We're friends. We don't have any beef with you. We don't know you, man. Do we know you? Do you know us? I mean, I guess you kind of know us because you've been stalking us. I mean, you're a little dude. You are a little creep. I will give you that. A little on the creep side. Back off the creep. Back off the creep side, just a hair.
Understand, I'll never be your friend.
Why? Do you know him? I mean, yeah, sure. We battled him, but we don't really know why. Do we?
Until we have
Right.
other information.
That's exactly it. We don't have all the information. So instead of us, going off the edge here before we know all the information, let's find out all the information. And then we can take all the information and make a decision based off that information. Because information is information.
Didn't someone cast Legend Lore earlier?
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry, thank you. Siddle did throw out a legend lore.
Yep.
So I'm assuming, going back, that was on the name Brogramon, right?
Yep.
Sounds like one of
You
those. What is it? The digital monsters. What was it? Wasn't it Pokemon?
Digimon, yeah, that's what I was
Digimon.
thinking.
Digimon.
Digimon.
Digital Mon, the digital monsters. Yeah.
Do
you
you know what Pokemon stands for?
Mm.
Pocket.
Here you go, Rusty.
didn't know that.
I'm a fucking nerd.
You do recognize the name as you cast legend lore. You recognize a story, the details of which are coming back to you now. Perhaps a century ago, but many decades, a half-orc by the name of Narg was supposedly a fierce warrior. Won many battles related to nothing, not a general, not in any particular army, almost a mercenary group that built up around him, gaining strength in one form or another. His tactics, his brutality was legendary. They say his greatness came from the bloodthirst, as his eyes glowed a deep red in battle. And in doing so, took a good portion of territory as he was on the move on this. And this existed semi further over towards east of the Anarok Desert, over by the Turnback Mountains, taking over town after town, territory over territory. For a long while, the mountains and the forest near it were his land and therefore unimpassable. He gained wealth, he gained notoriety. Before attempting to take his makeshift army west, across the Anarok, into the north, and then basically disappeared. This creature was no more. But those that spoke of him afterwards say that he spoke to another, and that he blamed his, or credited his victories to a Brogramon. No one quite knew what he was talking about, what he was referring to. They assumed he named his weapon Brogramon,
But he was
a
okay.
mighty halberd that was lost to time. There was also mention at one time of his acquired loot, his treasure room that was ransacked not long after it was missing, and you recognize the mention of a scepter in that loot description. That's what you pick up from legend lore.
Rusty knows this, so we don't know any of this.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm basically reading it off as it all comes to me in the spell. So
Okay.
So how about this then? At the least, if Amro, for the time being, for until we can figure out how we can free your bodies, can we make a truce that if you show up, we won't attack you? And we'll leave you alone. You leave us alone.
Believe a show of goodwill would indicate that you are truthful about your intentions. Should you wish me to cooperate, I would expect the same from you. You do not need to use it. But should you acquire the scepter and give me your word, and he's going to look to Griswold as he says that you will use it to free me after this dragon is dead, then you shall have mine, that I will not attack the party.
Then what happens after you're freed?
I
Where do
shall
you go from
travel
there?
to find myself.
Well, I mean, where's that at?
And now, the question is mine.
All right, fine.
I'm going to look around to each of you again. Althea.
Can you even see me? I'm hiding by a tree.
What was your stealth roll?
23, and you have to roll with disadvantage if you're trying to see me.
Ooh, okay. I had a 27 on my initial. Let's. Nope, I cannot see you.
I rolled
Good
a
call.
perception for Frank and Griswold. Frank's kind of looking around, keeping guard, and I'm just watching.
And all is clear?
Okay.
Of course, you also don't see. Give me the. Yeah, that'd be a disadvantage anyway. So yeah, so you would not see Althea though.
That's okay. I just. You gave me the. I don't know. You gave me the chills, and you're like, "Oh, this guy looks up in the air," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, okay."
You see nothing up there as it exists.
Cool.
He's gonna turn to Griswold once again.
I hate this guy so much.
Would you kill Amrook if you knew it would rid him of me? Even if you knew that he could not be brought back if I were gone.
There's a lot of ways to bring someone back.
So you believe.
But no, I wouldn't kill Amrook.
Good to know. And now your question is?
I don't have any questions.
He's going to turn back to Caldrum, who had asked a question that I don't recall that prompted this. Reed, I would say you come out at this point. Sorry.
I mean, you know, we're nice guys. We're a good group. Where's your home at? Maybe we can help you get there instead of just freeing you.
I do not recall from where I originated.
What do you recall?
Oh, my man. My man.
What's up, Caldrum?
How you doing, brother?
Dap him up real quick. Couldn't be better.
Reed, allow me to walk you through the question for a question. What do I recall? He did not.
He was that good.
Oh, she's sleeping.
She's
sleeping.
Give him a slow clap when he walks by.
She fell into the teleportation circle. She's gone.
Caldrum, can you?
Hi.
I'm gonna walk up to Caldrum. Caldrum, can you sense or cast something to detect good or evil right now?
I will turn to him in a serious tone, and I will go, Griswold. A question for a question.
Can Reed since Reed dapped Caldrum up? Can Reed hear this?
I'm not.
Yeah, Reed can hear it.
I'm not hiding it.
Don't cast that.
I can't anymore.
Reed, you asked a question. Allow me to ask one first. He's going to study you for a moment. Did Nasana reach out to you with the deal?
Oh
Yes,
shit!
and everyone's aware of it.
Would you take it?
I already have.
Still,
What's in it for me?
hypothetical.
Everybody has their price. You give me the world, I'll do anything.
Excellent.
And if anybody around here
Excellent.
acts like they wouldn't, they're liars. Griswold would do anything for Gabriel.
I wouldn't take the deal with Nasana regardless of what she offered.
That's not
Let's
what I
make-
said.
Let's make that clear.
That's not what I said. I said
what
you
you-
would do anything for Gabriel.
Yes, and I'm telling you, even for Gabriel, I wouldn't accept the seal with Nasana.
Are
Just
you
so
sure?
we're clear. Just so
Even
we're
if
clear.
even if you've lost everything that he's given you,
Yes,
I highly doubt it.
giving in to evil will not happen.
But what if it leads to good?
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Can you really trust the devil, though? Can you really
you-
trust
So you're
a
willing
bad person?
so you're willing to disobey somebody that gave you everything because you think you're better than him?
Not about being better. By
You
any
think your
means.
thought process is better.
Is Gabriel telling me to accept this?
Correct.
Or is Nasana?
Gabriel.
What was the last time
I
you heard
said
from that dude
nothing.
anyway?
We could talk hypotheticals all day. This makes no sense. Your morals are
Gray at best.
exactly. So don't question my faith.
That's the only thing I question about you.
It's fine.
I'm sitting there with fantasy imaginary popcorn.
Griswold,
Yeah, right.
if
Damn
you
right
were to
you are.
find
Me and Warwick sitting next to each other.
that Gabriel was not the entity you thought him to be, would that shake your faith?
Hold on. Question for a question.
Ah. Accepted.
What?
Oh, you're
Did you have
muted.
a question?
Sorry. He
Oh, was
accepted
gonna answer,
the.
like,
Oh.
Reed's fresh to the conversation, so Reed just thinks he's getting an answer.
Oh.
Where's my
So,
answer?
what was the question? Is there
What
is
do
there
you
one
want
hanging
from
out
me?
there? Oh,
What do
yeah.
you
Thank you.
want from me?
I remember Narg now. I remember
Narg.
encapsulated within, trapped, unable to escape, similar to who I am now. I remember parts of everything that has happened over the past few years, along with Amruk. And I remember there was more to me than this. I remember that I am only a splinter, a fragment of my former self. And I
Clearly
struggle
don't have
with
your
that
own
knowledge.
body.
This is true. So my question goes back to Griswold. If I were to tell you something about Gabriel, and that he is not the entity that you believe him to be, would that shake your faith?
No. I'd need proof.
Okay then.
Where does your faith lie?
I do not believe in faith. Faith puts trust in another and can only let you down. I have faith only in myself. And
Sounds real familiar.
perhaps Amrook, as he has kept me safe thus far.
I can assist with that if you give us the information we need.
And what information might you need?
How to get rid of you and get you back into your own self.
I think that was answered by the scepter.
Reed doesn't
And,
know that.
and Reed wasn't around at the time.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Caldrum saying that?
Yes. Yeah, that is Caldrum.
Okay.
My apologies, Gowden. Didn't know this
No,
was
that's
answered
okay.
previously.
No, I
That's
listen, dude,
that's
my brother, my man.
That's
You were
you see
busy.
Reed tapping his chest. That's on me. That's on me.
You know, dude, that's like Warwick level shit, man. That's
I believe it behooves all of us to make the separation sooner rather than later. It is an end we both wish to achieve.
I need you to
So,
chill out on trying to
do we-
take him over.
do we have a can we maybe for the time being truce on if you happen to make a visitation?
And why should we? It sounds like there's a time frame.
I've only been here for a couple minutes, but I'm pretty sure that was a question. He's gonna ask us some fucking question.
It sounds like there's a time frame on separating you and Amrook. While we all want this, what happens if it doesn't happen soon enough?
I shall answer this one without a question.
I thought he asked me a question, so it's my turn.
No, we asked him a question.
That was
Yeah,
on the
me.
last one.
Keldrum asked him a
All right.
Oh
question.
fuck! I just
All right.
my bad. I jumped in.
We're good. You get to take it then. You're there. I will answer this one for you. I sense Amrook's constitution wavering. The time limit is not on my end, but is on yours.
Mm.
In what way? What are we required to do other than get you out of here?
Helpful answer for a question. I recall she came with us, but I do not know where she is. Althea, I have but a simple one. Are you aware of what your brothers are involved in these days?
No.
Ah,
You see her step away
there
from a
she
tree.
is. Interesting.
No, I've been kind of busy with the special children here.
Understood. And so, what was your question? Something about the scepter. Yeah.
It was what else was required?
Oh, what else is required?
The separation.
I do not entirely know the details, as it is still quite fuzzy to me. But I do recognize the scepter is the key.
Do you get stronger as he gets weaker?
I'll give you a freebie on this one. I get stronger as he gets stronger.
So it benefits you to help us.
Ooh, touche. Yes, I suppose it would.
Then we get the scepter. We get you out of here. And you fuck off to another corner.
Is that a deal?
With me, it is. And I'll make sure it happens.
Then I accept.
Do I get an idea that this
For this too.
that,
I'm
that
all right for this.
that making a deal like this is very similar to deals I've made in the past with other people or other entities, such as Osmaroth and or Nasana?
I would say it heavily reminds you of such. No guarantees it's the same, but it does evoke that recollection. Yes.
Oh. Okay. All right.
What happens to you if Amrook should die?
Good question.
Thank the new member of the group. A question for a question. What
Go ahead,
is
ask
your
it. Ask it. No,
motivation, Clank?
No, ask it. Ask it. Ask it. I know you want to ask it. How does he poop? Because I really want to know.
I think it's a cloaca.
That's pretty funny.
Literal poop shoot.
What is your motivation, Clank? Why are you here?
These are great heroes. They aim to do something that I could learn from.
You see Reed shake his head.
Yeah, I mean, no.
If Amrook were to die,
That's a question.
I do not know what would happen to me. I do not recall what has happened in the past under those circumstances. But I believe I would outlast Amrook's physical body.
So you have faith in something.
I have faith
Fucking mic drop.
in my immortality.
In what sense?
Not a sponsor. Yeah.
Find the
we're getting
boy.
into it.
My question first. In fact, allow me to substitute my question for an offer. I will assist you in your endeavor. I will benefit Amrook. Should you acquire the scepter as a show of good faith, but you do not need to use it until I uphold my part of the bargain.
I need you to keep talking.
I wish for you to show me that you are willing to go and accomplish this task, that you will be able to retrieve the scepter, that you will be willing to achieve and get the scepter.
Reed pulls out the dagger and stands over Amrook.
By all means, you may kill him. We shall both get to see what happens then.
Reed is gonna whisper to the entity.
I'm standing right there, by the way.
Over top of Amrook or behind Reed, or what's right there?
I had my halberd pointed at this guy.
Oh, you still have it up against his neck then?
Oh fuck, dude! This guy
Okay.
killed me last time. Fuck yeah!
All right, I'm just curious.
Since we're in the talking phase, Reed is gonna coat the blade, knowing that Amrook has an uncanny ability to resist poison. And Reed is going to... Hold on. It's... All my weapons got doubled.
Oh,
No
That
sneak
happened to me.
attack.
That happened to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that happens
Happens
to
to
me
me all
all
the
the
time.
fucking time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, mine are actually tripled, I think.
Yeah.
As you come into stand, you see, or as I stab him, you see the entity seems to momentarily relax and lean back. Amrook, you feel control returning to you. You sense. Go ahead.
Can I jump in? So I'm assuming I see Reed about to stab him. Correct?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not hiding this.
I'm gonna need you to roll that. Oh fuck. Okay, let's ask Garrett this.
It would be a strength check against a dex check, I think.
No, you'd have to roll at a disadvantage
As a
for
sentinel.
Sentinel.
What are you trying to do?
To put my
Sentinel.
shield in front of him to block it.
All right, so you're trying to throw a shield in there.
Yep. Yup.
Actually, kind of.
What's the official statement of the shield of that again?
It's
Hold on.
an attack at disadvantage, right?
Yeah. Yep. I'll just put it up in
Okay.
here 1 sec.
And if that's what it would become, if I trust you, you'll be able to get it in there. Make an attack against a target other than you. You can use reaction to make a melee attack against the. Wait.
Hold on. Wait.
I don't believe it's Sentinel.
It's protection. It's protection. My bad. Fighting style. My bad. Sentinel's the wrong one. I'm not trying to attack anyone.
13.
Protection.
And that does not hit Amrook.
All right, and you did take the opportunity to put all your gear back on, so I gotta give you that. No way around it.
Yeah, that was gonna be the first thing that Reed did, but everybody was too drunk to realize. I was gonna. That's why I said, as soon as you put the the immovable rod on, did you take his armor off?
Oh,
No, you took his.
I got the axes. I didn't get the armor. Yeah.
Yep.
Because,
Okay, so that does not hit then.
Reed, I want to kill this thing more than anyone right now, but
I still don't understand why you guys want to kill him.
Reed
Do we know anything about him?
ignores.
I
Reed
want to know more
ignores
about my brothers.
and rubs the poison on the armor. Looks at the entity. And says, "Whatever needs be done will happen. We need your word that you will work with us. I'm not afraid to kill Amrook."
Know that you're not making this deal with me. You're making this with Reed.
Do you say this out loud?
100%.
Oh,
My word's stronger than his.
I question that. But we'll see.
Says the
how it
man
goes.
working with 2 other evil entities.
I have.
Is there a question there, Reed?
There was no question. You heard what I said.
So accusation. Did I step the motherfucker? Cool. Alright. Okay. Seeing where we're going here.
I make this deal. Should the rest of your adventuring party uphold it?
I will.
Reed resheathes his dagger and steps off of Amrook.
I have faith in you, Reed.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'll tell you what, as we take a moment of quiet here, what do you say we take a quick bio break? You guys can gather your thoughts momentarily, and we'll pick up back here in a few minutes.
Works for
Carl,
me.
sorry that's so boring for you.
And Amrook, I know it's killing you that you can't ask the questions as well. I know it's just deeply bothering you.
There are a few that most of the time I'm like, blank, great question. I had that one prompted. Aldrum.
Okay.
Which case are you going for? And I think we ended with me rubbing the poison on Amrook's
You
armor.
did. And he's gonna look down, and Amrook is not going to appreciate that you dirtied his armor.
You'll
They're
have
gonna
that on these big jobs.
We've seen some interesting capabilities that you've given Amrook.
Reed chuckles.
For us to trust you, I need to understand everything that you're capable of. Care to share?
Question for a question?
Sure.
You speak of trust. Let me ask you this, Griswold. Do you trust all of your party members?
I trust that we're all set out to do and save Farron. Do I trust that Reed might right? Do I trust that Reed may or may not pickpocket? Do I trust that Warwick may not sleep with 10 different people all at once? I don't
As
know.
he's in the middle of the monologue, Reed goes, "It's okay if you don't trust us."
I trust that they have my back, and they know that I have theirs when the time is needed.
As long as it's good for Reed, he'll have your back. I think I'm starting to sober up a little bit.
To answer your question, no, I would not care to share.
Hey, I got a question real quick.
That was good.
Hey, Reed, what you mean by that earlier? That I'm working with two evil entities. I feel like there's some beef there, and we need to get this off our chest. If you got a problem, let's talk about it.
I offer the entity some imaginary popcorn. I said, "This might get good." Oh, here, I'll feed it to you. Want some?
Entity, entity. Before they get into that, I
Throwing
need
it
you
at
to
him.
share what all you can do. And if you want to ask another question, by all means, do so.
I think
I
I'd
need
like to see them get into this first. Warwick can have my question.
Okay. Well,
There's no hard feelings either way. We both know we worked with Nasana. You're just working with someone who could potentially be above her.
Who?
Chamb3r? Are we gonna act stupid here?
I'm not working with him anymore.
Anymore
He's yeah, he tried to get me to give information. I was honest with you guys. You haven't believed me through all of this? How many more zones of
It's not
truth?
that I
How many
it's
more
not that I don't
inside
believe
checks?
you. It's not
Then
that I don't believe you.
Then
I
what is
believe you.
it?
I have nothing to hide here.
Then what?
I told you I have no hard feelings. The only thing
So
we're
you-
worried about right now is to get this stupid fuck out of Amrook.
Well, here's the biggest problem with all of it. This thing is playing with all of us. It's an entity just like Osmaroth or an evil thing like Nasana.
You got a better idea?
Guys are playing. Yeah.
You got a better
don't
idea?
make-
You can keep rambling.
Yeah, don't make a stupid fucking deal with an entity you know nothing about. That's the bad thing.
Well,
That's
that's
why I
why I'm
said
just saying. That's why I'm saying. No, that's why I'm saying that
That's
maybe
why we're getting to know him.
you already made a deal with him. You already made a deal with
You're
him.
goddamn right. I did to
That's
get
why.
Amrook
That's
back.
why. That you said you would kill Ambrose too, but that's why I said
Yeah, that's
that deal. That
neither
deal.
here nor there.
That deal has nothing to do with me. I'm not making a deal with another evil entity.
We don't know this guy's evil.
I'm not assuming he's good because he tried to
So
chop
you're
off.
assuming he's evil.
I'm not assuming he's good or bad. I'm just not going to make a deal with him until I know he's on our side, or
Drink
that
water.
he's not going to try and kill not Amber, kill Griswold again.
Did we just
I
out of
think
clarity?
Amber's choking.
Just
Yeah,
out
we
of
just I just killed him. By the way,
just out of clarity,
Amber's
Garrett,
dead. Amber's dead.
Garrett, did we when I've done divine sense or have we had any way of confirming out of this that this entity is evil? I know we've called it that. I know I've done divine sense. I know that we've done a handful of things, but have we had any clarity on it is or is not evil? We've done a
I
lot,
would
but I just
say you haven't had necessary clarity. Yeah, I wouldn't say you've had clarity that it's evil, and it is a bit difficult to distinguish, since it is a part of Amrook, and so they are merged, so very difficult to.
we kind of got some hearsay, right?
Can I
Yeah, I got some
actually
hearsay.
Amrook was trying. The Marcion was. There was something about. I think Amrook thought that there was some evil entity or something like that, but it might have been because the Marcion was trying to tap into it, and might not just be an evil entity; it might just be a
An
thing,
entity. Yeah.
an entity has no alliance to anything.
He's just hangry.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there.
Blood.
Someone get this man a Snickers.
cool.
Yeah, that's what Sammy.
You're not yourself whenever you're hungry.
If and when you are free, will you help or harm Faerun?
That was going to be my next question. Nice.
Question for a question. He's gonna look around. He's gonna look at Caldrum.
I knew it.
Caldrum. Which party member here do you trust the least to have good intentions?
Myself.
Interesting.
You see Reed cock his head. And
Perhaps
just
there's
kind of
something
nod.
there we should all know.
I don't think it's relevant.
Question.
Answer the question.
Farron is of no interest to me. I intend to have no focus on it whatsoever, neither to help nor to harm. It is just there. A stepping stone at best.
A question for a question for a question for a question.
Yep, and Amric, while you give me the insight on that, on what you were looking for there. Go ahead, Caldrum.
So you said after we free you, you plan to travel to find where you're from. Where do you plan on traveling to?
It does sound like you have a plan, considering that Farron is but a stepping stone for you.
Stepping stone to find myself. As for where I plan on traveling to, I can say that I can predict that as much as the Phandalin Phive can on any given day.
What
Well,
are
I
you
Which is
looking
where-
for?
Like, how do you know where your home is then?
I am trying to find myself, not my home. As far as... Sorry, would you throw out, Reed?
What exactly are you looking for?
Yeah.
I am but a fragment of my previous self.
Aren't we all?
I suppose this is true. That is a good question.
That is a good question. I think it's a question for a question.
And it is a question for a question.
Fuck.
Siddle,
Yes.
in our journeys together, you seem to have very little interest in your background. Is there something there you worry that you'll find?
Nah, we'll just come across it as we do, and I know who has my book, family's book, I should say, and there are just quite frankly more pressing matters at hand right now, such as yourself, the giants, all of that general nonsense.
Okay.
You know something I don't?
Another question, you say? I believe I owe an answer first. Sorry. As for what I am looking for, as I mentioned, I am but a fragment of myself. As we all are. But
I haven't actually
there are...
officially insight checked that part of his story.
No, you have not.
Can I do that?
You can. Did I reply to you? No.
By the way, Evan, did you notice I rolled like 2 ones on those color of that I had, which was like a purple. I changed my color of my dice. You know how we were talking about
It was Keegan.
Oh shit! I didn't even
Correct.
realize that.
changing dice?
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I was gonna
me.
say I didn't.
I was like, I got 2 ones on these. Fuck this.
Fuck
change
that
'em up.
shit.
So... One second. Okay. As far as your insight check, then on it, he does not seem to be frank. He's with a 27. He seems to be telling the truth. You recognize that as each time that he tries to consider his history, details, things that are foggy, he's not giving you complete answers on. You recognize him kind of looking off into the distance, almost up in the air, like he's trying to recollect something. And you're kind of reading into this that he seems to truly be trying to recall, think, find some answer, and he can't do so. It is less this honest, confident answer, and more he seems to be searching for the answers as well. There seems to be a fog there, which even he cannot recall. And so you trust that perhaps this whatever this is not the whole self.
Do I recognize the story of Narg?
Give me a history check.
History where you
Just
at?
for clarity, I'll drop the naming in there.
Balls.
No, this one doesn't seem to resonate with you. Okay, Emrook?
I was going to ask the same thing. Do I recognize being semi-close to the Marchio time I kind of have a general idea.
The Marchion's plans and intentions?
I mean, Carl knows that wants his own domain, wants that to be him as sole leader, slowly spread.
So 2 parts of the question. 1, give me a history check on Narg, and 2, in regards to does Amrook know this? I would say that based on the relationship you had with him, I would think you would have been kept one step out of it and probably a little bit further away. You would have probably got bits and pieces with your access, overhearing a few things, catching it, but not knowing a large portion of it. So I would say Amrook probably knows half of what Carl knows. But you can also use some. I mean, feel free to overrule me on that one. You would know what you knew a little bit more.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. And as for the history check, you seem to recall the name, but it's kind of vague in general. You don't recall the story either.
Was it a name that was like if you hear like Genghis Khan's name, you're kind of like, the guy's a little questionable.
No,
Or-
it was more. I don't know. I want to say a little more Al Capone, less millions of murders. Taking over half of Asia, and more regional mercenary group. I would say it wasn't an infamous name to that degree, particularly in Farron, since most of it happened over the desert. But just kind of vaguely like, I remember seemed like maybe a bad guy.
Okay.
But based on the story that Siddles was telling you, I mean, it seemed that he was not a good guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So where were we? I answered those questions. Siddle asked, is there something that we should know? So question for a question. Warwick. Reed mentioned earlier that everybody has their price. You've once accepted that price several times over in return for favors.
Shit.
Is there a price that Osmaroth could pay to once again have you in some form of allegiance? I do not. In some form of deal.
Is to Warwick?
To Warwick. Did I say
To
Siddle?
Warwick.
Sorry, it's Siddle's question, but he's asking Warwick the question.
Got it.
So is there
Is there a
Assassin's
price
It?
for you to work with Osmaroth again?
He'd have to kill me. I'm done making deals with any entity or thing that I don't know anything about, and it seems bad.
Reed chuckles.
Well, that's a shame.
Why? Did you want to make a deal?
I had thought we had one.
No.
Siddle. I know only what Amrook knows. I recall little else. I am purely intrigued that you are comfortable working with men that have made deals with those that have gone against your family and stolen your book.
That's something we'll address in due time, and frankly, I find it to be a necessary evil.
Necessary evil. I like your thought process.
if others come in contact with this scepter, do you spread? Do others gain this rage or whatever it is that you're causing Amrook right now, or is Amrook the only one?
Griswold, if you are forced to choose between saving Farron and saving Gabriel, which would you choose?
Great question. Really, really good question there. Really appreciate that. That touches home.
As he says that, Reed drops his head.
It's a great question.
I was gonna throw out Gabriel versus your father, but I figured
that'd be a really tough one. No, I swore an oath to rid Farron of certain evils, and that's what I must do. As much as I want to protect Gabriel, and I've certainly tried, I swore an oath, and I'll protect Farron.
Under his breath, you hear Reed say, laugh, chuckle, whatever you'd like, saying, protect a god.
Real quick, out of character, do we know the name of this scepter? We had I thought we had it wasn't just a scepter. I thought we had it pinned down.
Top of C. So Warwick and Amber?
I was gonna say
So-
Reed does not know.
I didn't think it was given out to anybody else. And I thought that was even behind the scenes with Amrook, so I don't believe that Warwick knows the answer and knows what the thing is called. Besides the scepter, you know little bits about it, but I don't believe you know a name of it.
Got it. Okay.
Well, shit, I'm just kidding. I won't ask. Just joking.
The question there was
if basically if someone else comes in contact with this.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, does the blood curse, whatever this is, spread to them as well, basically?
My exposure does not reach that far. I am the only me, and I can only speak
For the trees.
to my
The Lorax? Nice.
to my involvement. I do not know the answer to your question.
Interesting.
Would you spread it if you could?
Black harpies. Just kidding.
Reed, would you sacrifice the lives of the party if the price was high enough?
Yes,
I
you would.
almost did it for no money.
Truthful answer. I do not intend to spread this rage. It is unfortunately a side effect of my presence.
How did you come? How did this all happen? How did you become? Are you cursed, or is this by your design?
I cannot see back beyond my time with Nerd. I do sense this was not of my own volition. I recall the pain of separation against my will.
You
A
don't
connection lost.
You don't remember.
How about this as a show of good faith? We are on a timeline. I understand that you're kind of on a timeline too. But if we can maybe get some information for you about maybe a little bit of information of where you maybe came from, who Narg was, maybe give you a little bit more information on him. As like I said, as a sign of good faith to, maybe like I said, maybe leave us alone when you come out and play.
As Keldrum finishes up, since that wasn't a question,
It was not.
that's in character. He's saying this to the entity.
Got it.
Since that wasn't a question, you said you don't remember before Narg. So who was Narg to you?
My question in return to you. As one who does not trust easily, who has betrayed you the most in your past?
You see Reed pause for about a second. And Reed states it was his teacher. The one who, and Reed states, the person that taught me everything.
Ding. Narg was Amrook. He was my previous prison. A prison.
I was gonna ask, is it prisoner? Or who's the tool here? You or the inhabitant? Or the vehicle?
I will point to my question. Let's go to Althea. Althea, if you had to save only one member of this party, who would it be?
I won't answer your question until you answer what's going on with my brothers.
Reed
There's
interrupts
another
her.
question.
Reed interrupts her.
Yeah.
As soon as she says, I want to answer. And he yells at her, answer his question.
Bite me.
Reed pulls out his dagger.
Go ahead.
All right. That's guy. Calm down, everybody. Everybody, just calm down.
Reed lowers the dagger slightly after hearing Keldrum.
Althea, let him ask his question, and then he'll answer in return. Right? You'll tell her about her brothers.
I will.
I'll see.
For another question.
See?
The
Don't worry, I have
two
one
on the
cooked up.
table.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I was just saying
So
the.
don't worry, I have a question cooked up for him. So don't worry. Go ahead and answer. None of us will take offense.
I forgot the
I don't.
question.
Who
If you
would
could
you?
save only one party member of this group, who would you save?
You know that's an impossible choice, right?
and yet one that must be made.
Well,
Why
we
must
all
it
know it
be?
ain't me.
Can't imagine why it wouldn't be you.
I'll let
Reed
you on a
states
secret.
no.
You
Reed
can-
states no one is afraid of the answer.
I would have to say Grizz or Amrook. I can't pick
both
one.
are within reach. You only have one arm to grasp. Which is it?
I ain't strong enough for either of them. I ain't strong. Just a little
All
one.
right. So you let them all die. Understood. To answer your question, Keldrum, I am a prisoner, both to Amrook, as he looks down at the manacles and the bar, and to this party. I choose to be here no more than you wish to have me.
Now, about her brothers.
Yes. So, question for a question. I will pass this on to Warwick. Warwick, if you needed to sacrifice one party member to save the rest, who would that be besides yourself?
Hmm. I had to sacrifice one of the party members to save the rest.
Garrett's having way too much fun with this.
I'm loving this.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I got to be honest, I am too.
Listen, this is the kind of in-depth conversation we've not had a chance to have for a long time, and you guys gave me the window for it. So, I love it.
If I had to sacrifice anybody to save the rest,
I'm one of the newest party members. I don't take offense.
As he asks the question, you see Reed kind of dip his head, kind of assuming that it's going to be Reed.
Oh, I thought you were pointing to somebody else, like this one over here.
No, it's kind of like a nah. You get that. You'll have that on these big jobs.
I'd have to say Griswold. And if you want to ask me why, go ahead.
You
'Cause
see
we
a
got more questions for
secondary.
you.
You see a secondary head
Oh,
jerk.
I didn't. Evan flinches. Griswold doesn't flinch. Evan.
And as
We
you
got
say
this.
that about
You
you can ask me
sacrifice,
why,
I'll save him.
he's gonna say, no need to answer. Based on conversations you've had, I understand.
Okay.
Althea, I do not know what your brothers are into currently. I am unaware. I cannot see beyond the party, as you may think. I was purely inquiring, as you speak of them little.
I speak little in general.
This is true.
So what say you, entity? And rest of the group. What kind of a truce can we come to here?
I
Not
do
saying a
have,
deal.
I do have
Oh,
one
go ahead, Clank.
question.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold yours, Caldrum, then, while Clank comes at it.
You said Amrook is dying slowly. Beyond separating you, what can be done to slow this?
Clank, as new to this party, would you sacrifice your own life for one of theirs?
It would be my honor.
You see Reed shake his head in agreement.
I would say Amrook is not slowly dying. I said Amrook is slowly weakening. Weakening to my will, not weakening to life. I can feel his control wavering. I chip away at the wall that separates him and I.
What is your price?
I direct the same question back to you.
What do you have to offer? Other than a useless party member's carcass.
In my current state, little. Should I regain my former self? It is unclear, but I sense I could provide greatness beyond your wildest desires.
Sounds like you just need to give him 10 gold and a nail.
It's almost as if you remember a little more than you're putting forward.
I sense
that wasn't a question.
There was much more to me. And I feel the power now. And so if there were more, I can only extrapolate. As for my price, I have named it. It is simple.
Scepter.
The scepter. I ask for little else other than my freedom from this prison. And I believe that scepter is the key to the cage.
Who do you look up to? I'm not asking for faith.
I have no one I look up to. But I put my hope in this party.
What's the name of the scepter?
Good redirect, G.
Thank you.
I was hoping to try to grab you on one of them.
I gotta look it up. I forget what the name of this thing was. Amrook, if you happen to have it and save a little bit of time, I might have to throw it out to the party outside of the session.
You're muted.
Or you're muted. Name of the scepter.
Yeah, I gotta track it down. I'll get back to you without holding this up. I'll have to come back to that one. So I will hold that my question for your question since I don't have an answer for you.
Reed asks a question and says, "Is this your card?" Drop the card on the floor.
The entity does not seem to know how to respond to that one, nor does the DM.
I can't find the 9 of hearts either.
Oh no.
10 of spades, 9 of spades, 8 of spades.
The 9 of hearts should be a.
It's an Etten.
Oh shit. Yeah, there it is. All right. So as you ask this question, and he kind of stares at you, trying to figure out exactly what the hell you're talking about. This bruiser appears in front of you. That's not what I'm looking for. I wanted. Oh, really? You're not gonna let me do that easily?
I was gonna say I might have had one in mind somewhere, but I don't.
Oh no, there it is. It just didn't come up. There we go. What was it? Shift Z? Did that come up for everyone? Did that pop
Yeah,
up for everyone? Okay, cool. Yeah, so you see this two-headed beast momentarily pop up as it slowly grows in size to 5, 10, 15, 20 feet as it appears. The two heads, one with a tusk, the other with massive horns, two monstrous arms, and you see the entity in his manacled state. You see his arms rustle a little bit in a little whisper and dispels it with ease. That was not my card.
No, but you showed your hand.
Touche. Touche.
I had another question. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know. Any other questions? I'll tell you what. It is.
I'm gonna look to Pops. Because he's been quiet this whole time.
He fell asleep in the grass. Actually, as he was watching this, he passed out. You catch his light snoring on the back half of this thing. He cannot hold his liquor like he could whenever he was young. I rolled a Constitution check of a 2 at one point, about a third of the way coming to the conversation for him. Whenever the rest of you guys were doing it, and so yeah, that's when he fell asleep. Well, I'll tell you what, it is 12:25, and I won't hold you guys up to the conversation. We won't wrap this up. Why don't we call it here, and I will allow upwards of 3 questions in the next session to give you guys time to finalize anything that you'd like.
You still got to get a question back to me for my question. So
I do. I owe you an answer and a question.
If you want to ask that question, I'm more than happy to answer it.
I'm gonna hold. I'll use that in the beginning of the next session, so
Okay.
that'll be your potential 4th. That way it goes both ways.
Damn. All right.
Otherwise, we'll call it there. No real battle other than a quick dispel magic and a quick dagger attack with a little bit of poison spilled. Almost a few inner parties, but almost a few inner party battles. But otherwise, good session. We'll call it there. And as expected, the party got nowhere. You are still in Silvery Moon for next time. Once again, it is going to be an early morning for the crew, as you need to make the portal. It's going to be a rough flight. And the fire giants, Osmeroth, Imrith, and all others live to fight another day.
For now.
Actually,
good stuff, everyone. Huh?
Actually, no. It's all been one day. I still have yet to hit my long rest button.
Yep.
Yeah, it's still. Yep.
This is one
I had a
long
short
ass
rest.
It's been a long day. You guys
What
took off
happens
from
when you start drinking it?
Kenku.
Yep.
Day.
Yeah. Yeah, we started drinking real early. Me and Amrook, at least. And then Griswold helped me revive myself. So, Griswold, this is all your fault.
This is true.
It usually is. I literally spent so many spells and lay on hands to remove poison from people
To fix
the
this,
last
and
few sessions.
you still managed to fuck it up.
He says fuck it up. I think this was almost.
Oh, this was great. I
no,
love.
this is-
I
yeah.
loved every second of this.
Yep. I love it.
Griswold
All
hated
right.
every second of it.
Yeah.
Oh, Griswold hates all of you right now.
Oh,
So
I'm
much.
sure.
This is probably top 5 favorite sessions so far.
Wow.
Yeah, this was definitely. This is definitely top 5.